Hello everyone, welcome back to Ask a Scientist Gaming, where we combine mediocre gameplay with expert science. I'm Ken Hansen, a professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry at Florida State University. I'm a photochemist slash photophysicist. I shine light on molecules and materials, and I use a whole bunch of spectroscopic techniques to find out what happens to that light energy, whether it's making, breaking bonds, moving around electrons, moving protons, transferring energy, whatever it might be, and hopefully understanding it well enough to control it to do something with it for solar energy conversion, chemical reactions, photocatalysis, whatever it might be. But more importantly, joining me today is Dr. Olmo Zavala Romero. Olmo, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olmo Zavala. I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Scientific Computing. And my research is all over the place, but it's kind of applied machine learning, especially for medical imaging and oceanography. In the case of medical imaging, we do some prostate cancer detection. And in the case of the atmosphere and the ocean, well, we try to do AI in order to improve the forecast for the ocean, which at the end help us to better predict the hurricanes and many other things. And I teach data science in health, and I also teach discrete methods for undergrads.
And both those are undergrad, or those?
Data science for health is for grad and undergrads.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. All right, equally important, what game are we starting with?
So today we are starting with Doom. I don't know what the year Doom was originally created.
Doom
is
release.
1989?
The original genre-defining Doom was released on December 10th, 1993 for MS-DOS.
1993.
Yep. Doom 3 was 2004, Doom Eternal 2020. So it is all yours. Go ahead and...
Okay, let's try.
I'll get the Nintendo controller out of the way.
As I say, is that you are making a mistake. You are bringing like a whole. I'm self-diagnosed as a game addict. So let's see what happens today.
So this was one of the addictions, or what was your?
But I was not diagnosed with this one. I was self-diagnosed after that because at this time it was only I was in middle school when I used to play Doom. But then things kept going, and in high school it was just. You keep going at night, right?
Yeah.
Keep going at night.
And it's just one more game, just one more round.
In those days, I also remember one that I popped into my head the other day is the Soul River. Have you played Soul River?
No, I haven't. That's a PC game?
Yeah, everything PC. We didn't have consoles. My first console was PS3, but that was in college, and that's the only console that I still have, PS3. So
that's fun.
Yeah. So now you once that you started playing me, you will have me here
every week.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome about this stream. One, we're doing science outreach. We get to share science with the people, but also we get to hang out and drink and play video games, which really, takes us back. Man, it doesn't aim up. It just the bullets magically go. If anyone hasn't played this was one of I think Wolfenstein was probably the first-person shooter, and then this was one of the early ones.
Right.
And then shortly after was Bond for Nintendo 64. These were just genre-defining games. But it looks like it's coming back pretty quick. You don't even need God mode codes here.
No. Let's keep it like that. Let's see how far we can go.
Let's do it legit. Video game purist, I respect that.
Yeah. Not bad, eh? Let's see how long it takes to finish the game.
And presumably you've beaten this one before? I guess.
I remember. I used to play with my brother. My brother's a little bit older than me. And we played for hours. And we won Doom and then Doom 2. Doom we beat it like in a week or so because we were so into those games.
Because it's very similar. It just adds like a jump and a little bit of mechanics on it.
Yeah.
Man. Lori, welcome back to the stream. Misadventures, welcome back. Lori wants to know what's the drink of choice.
The drink of choice is called michelada, but it has a little bit of history, which is pretty much just a beer with lime and salt.
Yeah.
But the problem is that when I moved I'm from Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I came to study like in 2009, and this drink was called michelada in 2009 in Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, something happened and it migrated. So now when you go to Mexico and you ask for a michelada, it will contain like tomato juice and hot sauce.
Yeah.
So now this one is only called chelada. Right?
So we're, by modern terms, we're drinking chelada. Something
correct,
changed
that's right, that's
culturally
right.
that just completely ruined your.
We can
So,
salute,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
absolutely.
salute,
Cheers. Cheers. So there's a little bit of
Cheers.
salt on the rim. It has lime juice, plus this is the Modelo Negro, right?
Negra
That's the
Modelo,
beer?
that's right.
Yeah.
Negra Modelo, yeah, you have to choose the right beer. Yeah, the thing is that
How's
now
that?
you can believe my answers like 90%, but after one glass, my answers will rapidly decay. And you will,
But will your gameplay get better?
then let's see. I don't even remember what it was.
So I speed run video games, and a little bit of alcohol is actually an advantage.
Okay.
It calms you down because like it's stressful if you're towards the end of a 5-minute run and you're panicking. Like no, it's performance enhancing. But believe it or not, I've had a michelada before. Scott Stagg in the biology department really likes that drink. And so when he has people over or whatever, he makes it, but he makes it with a tomato and hot sauce. And I don't like that version of this drink, actually.
Yeah, that's
But this is
too
nice.
much for me.
This is smooth. So is this a reasonable lime versus beer ratio?
Yeah, I think it's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I still need to. I'm trying to jump. I can't believe that we were not able to jump in.
Yeah, or aim up or down.
Yeah, I'm completely lost now. Let's see.
Is there a map on the first one?
Oh, yeah, tap. Oh, that's right. It's coming back. Eh?
Yeah.
Just my okay. Tap.
And we have a cheat code where you can expose the map too if you want, but we're playing
Oh,
legit.
Let's see.
Chilada.
Chelada. That's right. So, like, how many people do you normally come to the stream, the chat?
We'll average over 10 viewers throughout the entire night, but we'll have over 100 unique viewers throughout the entire stream.
Okay.
And so, yeah, over a 3-hour interval, I get about 100. Which is kind of funny. So are you familiar with the NSF MRSEC proposals, the Materials Research Centers?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but we applied for one, right? And so it was a bunch of people from physics and chemistry and the mag lab and stuff. We applied for it, and it's like 3 independent research programs, but it has broader impacts. And so I take this Ask a Scientist and put it in all my broader impacts, right? It's a science outreach endeavor, right?
Correct.
And so it's usually praised like it's awesome, it's a unique way to reach out to science, blah blah blah. Reviewers generally like it. But for this, we got reviews back today. We didn't get funded, but one of them was like, there are ads playing on Twitch. Where does the ad revenue go? And that's, I mean, that's a reasonable question because it's a science outreach and it's not, NSF isn't paying for my setup or anything. But then I had to look at it because I would, I'd write a rebuttal if I could. How much do you think I get in ad revenue? We stream this about 6 hours every month.
Okay.
What's your guess for ad revenue on?
No, I don't think it should be much. I mean,
No.
With people that those streaming with millions of people, so I don't know. $100.
No. 30 cents. So most of the revenue on Twitch, streamers that are big on Twitch, they don't get it through ads. That's a nominal payment. Even if you have, thousands of viewers, it's not a lot. It's through subscriptions and bits and people buying in and stuff like that. So ad revenue is on it is tiny. So that is my reply to that reviewer. If you're watching, I will donate the 30 cents to charity. I don't know. I don't care. Misadventures, thank you for the 100 bits. So that's another way to donate money, which you're paying for our drinking habit. Thank you, Misadventures. But I hope you weren't reviewer number 2 who decided that Twitch ad revenue was a problem. But it's a fair question. They want to track that, but that was kind of crazy. Christensens? Is that a 2 or 3 monitor setup for Dr. Zavala? You have a 3 monitor setup in your office?
Yeah,
Is this a
how do you
student
know?
of yours? One of the students was asking if you're working on a 2 or 3 monitor setup.
No, it's a 3 monitor. I mean, I switched to 3 monitors, I think last year, and it's great. I love it. The reality is, yeah, I've been using 2 monitors for the longest time, but now since GPUs improve, right?
Yeah.
And then we use it for research, of course.
Yeah,
then I was able
absolutely.
to set up the three monitors, and I really like it because now you have this center monitor, which really improves the reading, right? Like
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I was using two monitors, you get used to the splitting. But now this one I really, three monitors, and because of that, at first I put it on the office, but now I also have it on my home.
That's awesome.
At home I also have two monitors. Yeah.
And yeah, we're doing a 3-monitor setup here as well. We have the center and almost playing on one of the monitors, which is dedicated to the gameplay, and then I'm using OBS and then the Twitch stream on the other monitors. So we're running 3 monitors deep. At work, actually, I got one of the ultra-wide curved monitors, because then you don't have the like bars in between.
Correct.
I like that. But the one thing I do like about multi-monitor setup is if you do PowerPoint editing, you can play the PowerPoint on one monitor and edit in real time. So you can actually see where it's positioned on the real screen, which I can't do with my my single monitor wide curved screen.
Yeah, that's it. I'm very used to having different workspaces, right? And then you have the shortcuts on Linux to move to the half of the screen. So when I became an assistant professor, I said, okay, I'm gonna try these wide monitors.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it because of that. Even though it's kind of the same width, I cannot use the shortcuts to really position the windows wherever I want them.
I can see that being useful. Because I'll do like a video up in the corner on the third corner of the screen, but there's no shortcut for that. Yeah, I get it. Oh, did you know he was there? That was you were trying to blow him up with the barrel?
Oh, yeah. I throw to the bar on purpose. Yeah.
You're remembering this game, or you're?
I mean, I definitely remember the idea, right? Because I kept playing after this version for other first real games. But I'm surprised that I don't have any idea about the maps. I thought I was going to remember a little bit about the maps, but.
So did you play any of the like multiplayer versus, not on this one, but like Unreal Tournament? Man, that was.
Yeah. So the story, I mean, my gaming story goes deep. If you prefer to tell me that I tell you the story about how I start playing and everything, we can start with that.
Well, let's start with the academic journey first, and then we'll do the game journey. Because one thing we like to do is like, most people can empathize with a gaming experience, but when students look at us, they're like, oh, you were destined for this job. You always wanted to be a professor. This was your dream since you were young. And that is very rarely the case. So Olmo was 6 years old, growing up in Mexico, playing video games.
That's right.
And somehow, 30 some years later, you end up here playing video games with me while drinking and talking about your expertise in machine learning and applied machine learning. And so the question is, what was the journey that got you from there to here? What were the milestones? What were the major events, the transitions where you're like, I'm going to go this way rather than this way? What was that journey?
So one of the reasons so first, until let's say undergrad, I really didn't had the scientist gene, right? It was like a normal student, and I saw that you had a table tennis in your house. So I in those days, all my high school and half of my undergrad, I used to play professional table tennis.
Wow.
So that was what I really was doing. But in order to choose my undergrad, because I really like games, I definitely knew that I wanted to go to STEM, right? That was for sure. I mean, I like math, so I wanted to go to one of those STEM areas. But because I really like to play with the computers, when I started with the Commodore 64, you still have to tweak it, right?
Yep.
And even Doom, we played with my dad's computer, but it was not strong enough. So I used to play Doom, but in a tiny window, in order to be able to move it.
Frame rate.
Yeah, to increase the frame rate.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it was when I started. When did I started undergrad? Like 1998, right? Something like that. 1998.
I can look it up in your bio.
Yeah. So in 1998, the year before or 2 years before, they started a new degree in the biggest public university in Mexico, which is the UNAM, right? National Autonomous University of Mexico. And they created a new major called computer science. And so because I like computers and I like science, my dad suggested, why don't you study computer science? I said, okay, let's do it. So I started studying computer science, 1998. But then we had, I don't know the proper word in English. It's like, so they stopped the school because of kind of political reasons,
Oh, like a strike.
like a strike.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah. Also online, if you have some Spanish translator, then that will be useful.
I hope somebody in
Yeah.
chat knows Spanish.
Yeah.
Google Translate's pretty good.
So
Not perfect, but it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So I started computer science in Mexico, but then it went to a strike, and what happened is that while it was on a strike, I also pretty much quit school and dedicated that year for playing table tennis purely.
Wow.
Table tennis all day. And they offered me a scholarship in a private university in Mexico because of table tennis. And in that school, which is Tec de Monterrey, is a private school, which was pretty expensive for my family in those days, right? So, these guys. So they offered me like a 90% scholarship for table tennis, and in that case, I moved to software engineering because they didn't have computer science, right? So I ended up studying there software engineering. So that was the first step, right? Going to software engineering. And then after I finished, that education was very tailored for the industry. So a lot of Java for those that are programmers there, a lot of Java, a lot of web development, databases, all that. Which was fine, but it was not exactly the same thing as science, correct? It was more for engineering.
Yeah.
So then, after that, I started working in the industry at the bank. And then my dad suggested, well, why don't you try to do a master degree, and then you decide what you want to do. So he convinced me, and then I did a master in computer science. And a place called the INAOI, which is national, kind of National Institute for Optics, Computers, and Astrophysics. And that's where I really switched. Like, still, when I was half of the undergrad and half high school, which I also see it a lot in my students, the focus is kind of on the grades, right? You really want to pass the classes.
Yeah.
But that switch for me was in the middle of college, and definitely when I went to the master, to focus on the knowledge, right? So I really liked the master program, because at that time I was pretty much all the classes sound interesting, right? All the classes sounded interesting.
That's a good sign.
And I also, which I think is also important, I had a very good group. We were 4 students, and we used to study together, but also play together, hang out together, and we have kind of similar hobbies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a nice group. And the second, so that's after the master, I definitely liked science, but when you do the master, then you don't get money. So after the master, I came back to the industry again, and I worked like for 2 years, and I really didn't like it at all. You get money, but I don't do what I want. You get specific, and I'm not against the industry at all, right? It's just that it's a different, different benefits. Right?
Yeah.
So you get a lot of money, but you don't have so much freedom. For example, I was not able to try even new operating systems or new programming languages. All that is kind of restricted, right? So they say, okay, let's do a PhD. And I wanted to do the PhD outside of Mexico. But what happened is that the few friends that went to do the PhD, they all got accepted where they wanted. So I say, okay, let's try with the top universities. So I applied to the MIT and Stanford and USSD and a couple ones. And the reason why I applied to, I ended up doing my PhD in FSU, right? And the reason why I applied to Tallahassee, it was because my parents came to do a postdoc. Both of my parents are scientists, both are physical oceanographers. So they came to Tallahassee to do a postdoc. So my brother and I came to visit for a summer or two.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew Tallahassee.
That's fun.
So I said,
Wait,
okay.
who did they work for?
They were at COAPS, the Center for Ocean Atmospheric Prediction Studies.
Okay.
I don't know if you have heard of it.
Yeah.
Close to the magnetic lab.
Yep. That's fun.
Oh.
There it is.
Let me remember. This was 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that the story was also weird because I since my master was in computer science, I was applying mostly to computer science programs. And to be honest, I didn't know the difference of computational science or scientific computing. Even though I took a class on my master program, in my head it was not a major separated from computer science. And when I applied in FSU, the before computer science major, it was computational science. So I ended up applying to computational science for the PhD. And then once I got accepted, there was I don't know if you met her, but there was an amazing professor called Janet Peterson at the Department of Scientific Computing.
Never met her.
No? Yeah, she's now retired.
Okay.
So she emailed me, okay, I think you are accepted, but you are not in the computer science department. You are in the scientific computing department. But I think your background is more aligned to scientific computing because, well, I skipped, but after my master, I worked for the university in a program called Uniatmos, where they did a lot of scientific visualization for the ocean. We made an atlas for the whole climatology of atmospheric climatology in Mexico. And she said, yeah, I think your background is best for scientific computing. So I say, okay, just I look at all the professors that were in the department. I feel like I want to jump.
It's always there.
I want to jump.
That was too much for the early game.
So that's how I ended up on scientific computing department. And I was super happy on my PhD. I really, really, really enjoyed my time in the PhD program. And I ended up really, so scientific computing, for those that don't know, is kind of a combination between statistics, math, and a kind of a domain of interest, right? It can be biology, astrophysics, or earth sciences, etc. So I really like that part, the applied math. So I ended up taking all my classes all my optional classes in the math department. And that's how I ended up in scientific computing and loving the field.
Yeah.
And well, regarding machine learning, even my master, in Mexico, the masters are not like the ones in Mexico, are more like a longer master program. And you ended up doing a thesis. I'm completely lost now. You ended up doing a thesis, and so you do like 1 year of research in Mexico. And my thesis at that time was initially was going to be reconstruction of the heart in 3D, but classic. My advisor couldn't find the data from the previous student, so I ended up doing automatic classification of land use from satellites. And the method that I did was a machine learning method based on what is called naive Bayes.
And that was you were just looking for a tool to solve the problem. Machine learning was your best option.
Well, my advisor, one of my advisors, Eduardo Morales, was a machine learning guy. Right? So he had an idea that, without going into the specifics, by changing that method, that method assumes that all the inputs are uncorrelated, right? Independent to each other. So to reduce the restriction that you have pair of related pairs
Oh no.
pairs of related inputs, and so we reduce that restriction so that you allow pairs of inputs that are related. Let's say, for example, in the case of satellite, you have different. I'm almost dead.
Oof.
What happens? Do I have to restart from the beginning?
I
I don't even remember.
Don't know.
Oh no! I don't have space to run from this
I
one.
mean, we can God mode you real.
No.
Oh, nice.
I assume I should start from this.
I think there's got to be a check. Oh, you got to shoot.
Yeah.
You're all right.
You're all right.
You're.
No, it's super hard, eh? Super hard to play and talk.
No, it's
And talk in
it's
English.
hard. It's hard to play well. Anyone can play, but to play well is truly a challenge. But that's okay. You're warming up for NARC. I like it. So ping pong, how good were you? What's your rank now? Do you score your point?
No, so
Do
I
you play
really.
tournaments?
Yeah, so the story is because my dad was a coach. Right? So even when I started playing older, like a 13-year-old,
Yeah.
from the beginning I started training with my dad.
Yeah.
And before me, he coached many other players in Mexico. So yeah, I started at 13-year-old and I started training. At that time, we were living in a different place, not in Mexico City, in the northwest parts called Ensenada. And he started a club called the Panda Club. He became famous on that small city.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we started practicing there, and at some point, the team at Ensenada became 1, 2, 3 in juniors, under 18. So we had one guy was Daniel Amador, and the other one is Luis de Hoyos. So the three of us became 1, 2, 3 in Mexico for undergrad for under 18.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I was national champion under 15 3 times.
Wow.
And then keep playing, and my best rating was third open player from Mexico for several years. I mean, I started training with the national team. I came back to Mexico for high school. Sorry, for high school, and then I started training with the national team. And before, I didn't qualify with the team, but after some years, I started qualifying, and I became part of the regular team as the third racket. So and then the thing is, the first 2 players were older than me, and it's weird because once you are not expected to win, it's much fun to play. Every time you win, every time you win,
underdog.
Every time you win, that's fine. But once you are the third player, you cannot lose with anyone.
Yeah.
So it becomes very competitive. It's a different feeling.
Yeah. No, losing's fun when you're playing not to lose rather than to win. Yeah. I could see that.
And there were only, like, every single tournament, I was only trying to make it to the semifinals to try to beat one of those two guys. And at the same time, there were some very nice younger players, especially one called Macro Madrid, which he ended up being by far the best Mexican player in the last, 20 years. He went to Europe and he kept playing. So he beat me once, and he was younger than me. And I think that put some pressure on me, so I stopped playing when I was like 21. But I was still the third player in Mexico.
That's amazing. So do you keep track of the pro players, the world table tennis?
Yeah, some of them. The good thing is when I was a player, there was a strong rivalry how do you say, rivalry,
Rivalry. Yeah.
rivalry
Yeah.
between Sweden and gonna risk it here. Ah, yeah.
Oh, get it. Oh yeah, Sweden. J.O. Waldner, right?
Jan
Yeah.
Wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from Netherlands, right?
No, I'm from the U.S., but
Oh, from the
I'm
US?
one of the unique U.S. people that likes table tennis.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they graded the Jan Warner
Yeah.
and Georgian person.
Yeah,
Um,
a good run.
yeah. So
Sweden's back though with Truls Molgaard. Truls.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
his
crazy
style
guy.
of play. Oh man, I could geek out over ping pong all day. I never got to
we
the
should
level
go,
with
we
you,
should go.
but I really enjoyed playing. I actually met my wife playing ping pong in the basement of a dorm.
No.
Yeah, so that's why we have a table. We used to play a lot. She hates playing me now because I always win, but no, I used to love it. And it wasn't even about winning. It was just like really good volleys was what drove me. It was just fun having a good volley, a good return. So yeah, I love it. All right, Christy Sins says, supportive dads. It sounds like your dad encouraged you along the way several times. What I love about that, it was probably a combination of I want you to do better, but also stop playing video games and do something with your life.
No, to be honest, those were other times.
Really?
My parents,
Wow.
it was freedom. Now I feel that I put so many restrictions to my kids. But no, those were freedom. I used to play hours and hours. Now I regret it. To
Yeah.
be honest, yeah. I mean, I like gaming, but the amount of hours that I spent playing video games, I feel like I could have done something useful, something more.
And we gotta have hobbies though, right? Like,
Yeah.
I played a bunch of World of Warcraft in grad school. That was my go-to, and that's another. Like, if you're addicted to watching numbers go up, that's the game. But yeah, my first-person shooter of choice was Halo. Like, we used to break in the dorms to get on the network so we could play multiplayer Halo, and it was like you also had to have 2 Ethernet connections to run 2 separate software packages to play online, and yeah, good old days of video gaming. But yeah, if you guys have questions for Olmo, he's happy to answer them. Talking about machine learning, applied machine learning as related to like biomedical imaging, oceanography, mapping ocean currents, oil spills, plastics in the ocean, whatever it is, big data. He's interested. He has tools in search of problems, and you have specific problems you're going after now. But that's what I love about your guys' expertise.
Table tennis.
Table tennis is another good. So what do you play? What's your go-to? Like your fast rubber pips? What?
No, I'm smooth. My dad is a pen holder with pips, but he didn't let me. He didn't. At that time, the backhand with that style, it was very hard.
Yeah.
Until Liu Lian from China came and shows that you can use the backhand
Yeah.
pen hold. So he said, no, don't. I won't let you do the pen holder, and yeah, man, that was when I started. So
I mean, it turns out he's right? The top 20 players, there's only like one pen holder in there now. Right?
yes, but at that time, which was like 1990,
Yeah. It was
still many players came because of the backhand pen holder, right? Like Liu Liang and
yeah, China used to use it, and then they just dropped it entirely as a culture. They're mostly handshake. And ironically, the one that does it, who's top 10, is French.
correct, yeah.
Felix Lebrun.
Felix Lebrun,
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't know, 19 years old, 20 years old, something
Yeah.
like that.
No, very young. Him and his brother. Christy wants to know, what's your favorite language? We'll frame this 2 ways. Favorite spoken language, favorite programming language.
Oh.
So what's your favorite spoken language?
No, spoken language is by far Spanish. It's just that I can communicate. The only way I can really communicate the way I want is Spanish, and that happens when you learn to speak another language older, right?
Yeah.
You never really learn it perfectly.
How old were you when you learned English?
So the thing is that in Mexico, I was in a public school all the time, yeah? And public schools. Who's killing me? Who's killing me? Give me a chat on the chat. Who's killing me?
Cat,
Give me.
help him out.
Yeah. I just feel that my life is going down, but oops. So
Nice.
So
Misadventure says pew pew.
some public schools you won't, even when they teach you English, you won't learn anything like that. And that's anybody that is going through a public school in Mexico, they won't know English. In fact, some of the English that I learned was because of playing games, right?
Yeah.
Those games that were like King Quest and Space Quest.
Yeah.
You have to read like, go and pick up the treasure and take it to someone else.
You don't have a choice.
Some of my first English was a shotgun, like a saw. Like I used to know those words in English.
Shotgun bullets.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And regarding programming language, at the beginning it was mostly Java. That's what I learned on school, and then I did a lot of web programming, and I got some love for JavaScript. Yeah. But then for science, I started using Python, which in fact I really started using Python very late until I was on the PhD. But yeah, it's a different. I mean, compared to what I used to do on the industry, where you have to, no, I won't. Where you have to. Where you have, give me a break.
Jeez.
I'm killing everyone here. Oh no! Ah! Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot his head turns which way you're being shot, right? Yeah.
Where's my?
I like that.
Where's my?
We didn't have a radar back then. It was his face when it turned. It was where you're being shot from. Yeah. I like it.
So for the industry, you have to do so much effort so that the program you create will work in all scenarios, right?
Oh wow.
But in science, you just want to run it and prove what you want to show. So Python, I think, was a really nice option because finally my eyes, I'm getting old, I don't see on the dark. And for science, Python, the speed at which you can develop visualizations, right, or analyze data is super fast. But now programming is gone. We can discuss that a lot. I think I haven't write a line of code in the last 6 months, and I have created so many codes. It's just that AI.
Yeah.
Is,
so you're predominantly using Python and you're writing via generative AI?
correct. Right now we are using Codex and Cursor. I still use Cursor because they have it has this interface that here you have the agents on the left, but on the right you can see the browser. And then you can very easily, now for example, it's so easy to create interfaces, web interfaces, that all the tutorials, everything is, I say, just give me a website that is dynamic. And that's how I create tutorials or demos or programs. They all have dynamic interfaces. And Cursor has this option where it opens the browser, and then you can, if you want to change, you say select one specific drop down there or a checkbox, and then you can request for a modification on that specific area. So yeah, right now I like Python. I program MATLAB a lot during my PhD, and because of for science again, it has so many libraries, and it allows you to do so many things easily, right? So machine learning or statistics or computer vision.
Get it?
Yeah.
I like it.
I haven't died in like 20 minutes. It's the first time that I play in.
You're like 30 minutes in. You're crushing it. So speaking of which, we should do a prediction. Which one do you want to do? Just start at the top, work our way down?
Sure.
Probably won't. We won't get through all of them, but we will do our best as we go along. We're going to ask you guys a question. So you can feel free to put your questions in chat. Lori, I saw your factoid. We will get to that in a second. But yeah, if you guys have questions, put those in chat. But on our stream, we like to ask you guys questions as well. And so I make every one of my guests write questions related to their expertise, and they're going to quiz you on these. And so we're going to pop up what's called a prediction on Twitch. Usually it's dedicated to video games, but in our case, we have science questions that we asked you guys. And so I'm going to start a prediction. You can click the predict button at the top of your chat. And so the question for you guys is ChatGPT an artificial neural network? Is ChatGPT an artificial neural network? And this is formal definitions, presumably. Anything you want to add on top of that, or just that's enough for the question?
Let's just leave it like that.
All right, so click
For
that
the win,
predict
yeah.
button. Depending on your degree of confidence, you can bet as many of our artificial standard internet units as you like. They are useless outside this channel, but they are for pride, and you can make us take a drink. You can request a factoid. You can unlock emotes. Yeah, and if you're not following us, click the follow button. 1, we like to see our numbers go up. 2, you'll get notifications about future streams every other Wednesday night. And 3, you'll get 300 standard internet units that you can gamble on questions like, is ChatGPT an artificial neural network? And so you guys have about a minute and 30 seconds. Answer that question now. Note, you are on Ask a Scientist Gaming honor code. You can't use Google, you can't use ChatGPT to answer this question. Just answer it based on what you know or what you've seen from Olmo's gameplay or what he's talked about thus far. Answer the question the best to your ability. All right, that's the spiel. All right, Lori has requested a factoid. Do you have like a knowledge bomb you want to drop on the audience? Some kind of tidbit of information while you play Doom?
No. You're asking me too much. You're asking me too much. I know.
Absolutely. It's the way we roll. It's to humanize you. But do you have like one of those side notes that you mentioned during class? Anything? I mean, you could even take one of these and repurpose it if you want. You guys have about 15 seconds left to answer the question. But yeah, go ahead. Factoid. What do you want to share with the audience?
Well, yeah, let's use the second one.
Okay.
The fact that I like is that neural networks like ChatGPT, etc., is just an equation. At the end, it becomes, and I have to answer that while I'm killing like
Yeah.
guys here.
It's a very complex equation.
It's a
but
complex
still an
equation, right? Built from simpler expressions that become a very, very large mathematical expression, but at the end it's just math.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's surprising in the same way that I get surprised at a computer, like we are playing here Doom, and everything is coming from zeros and ones, right? But ChatGPT at the end is just a mathematical equation with some inputs.
All right, so I think you answered this during that answer, but is ChatGPT an artificial neural network? Yes or no? Almost
Yes.
The answer.
Yes,
it is. Congratulations, anyone that put yes. Enjoy your 3-to-1 payout. Wow, you guys not as confident in the yes answer, but it definitely paid off for those that bet it. So
it is a complicated. Of course, we can try to define what a neural network is. Initially, if we go back to a little bit of the history, kind of. And why they are called artificial neural networks? Well, because we tried to mimic what we knew at that time about how a biological neuron work, right? So let's go to the basics. Now we know much more about the neurons, but at that time, a very simple representation was that you have these synapses. How do you pronounce it? Synapses?
Synapses, yeah. Synapses
that connect to the neuron. I'm still looking at the map because I'm completely lost here. To the left?
Something open there. I don't know how you get there. Worth it.
So you have the synapses, then you have the nucleus of the neuron, and then you have the axon, which is the one that connects to other neurons. And if you want to represent that on the computer, it has to be through math, right? So they say, okay, the synapses that somehow represent the strength of the connection with other neurons, let's put a weight there, right? Something you can modify from 0 to 1. And then in the nucleus is just a way to integrate the information that is coming from the other neurons, and the simplest way to do it is through a linear equation, right? Just weights multiplied by the inputs that is coming from the other neurons,
Yeah.
and then you add them all together. That's kind of the simplest equation that we can have. Finally, you need to decide what to do to fire a response from the neuron, and that's why they initially we use this type of equations that represent kind of a wave. So most of it is or zeros or ones, so that it mimics what a neuron does, that it generates an electric signal or it doesn't. And that was the initial representation of the neuron, which we still use it for the what we call the dense networks. Oh. But from that initial how to call it, from that initial objective of trying to copy what the biological neuron does, we have kind of migrated from there, in the sense that we have learned other things from biology, and at the same time the artificial neural networks have evolved by kind of understanding which math is the one that will help resolving the problems that we want to solve with artificial neural networks, and so many things now.
I know you're rich. Actually, I think you've already beaten the level, basically.
Yeah.
You cleared everything.
Oh, I see the door. I assume is it. So remind me, blue is where I started, or how do I know where I started?
I don't remember in this
idea.
one. I mean, I can look
Okay,
it
let's
up.
go through the. Let's go into. And these things like, I mean, we don't know the full architecture of the latest version of ChatGPT, right? But most of those LLMs, the open source ones that they are getting similar results, they are still based. Well, now they have several things, but the kind of the core component is this transformer architecture, which is a nice way to be able to consider all the inputs at the same time by merging the weights, right? Like all the words that you write on the chat, they get a certain weight so that you can predict the next word, which is impressive. Huh?
Yeah.
That all these LLMs is
Yeah.
next word
It's
prediction.
just language or word prediction. Yeah. It's an autofill.
Any questions?
Yeah, I'm trying to look up.
Between playing games, my three drinks of the beer, and my nice English, it's gonna be tough to answer.
It's
so many questions.
perfect. Do you dream in English ever?
Yeah.
Okay. You've crossed that threshold.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit weird because sometimes you dream in another language, right? And you feel that you are understanding the other language, and then when you wake up, it's like, I don't know what I was trying to say.
That's awesome. Man, I know what you're saying. So I took Spanish for 4 years in high school, right? And it was public school, and it was very similar to your circumstance, right? It was like rigorously taught, but also I didn't use it for like 20 years. And so I like completely lost everything.
Also, you added this trick for the map?
What's that?
You added that, or how come that I can see now the map?
I think you cleared it
Oh,
all
maybe.
out, didn't you?
No, now you see now somehow.
No, I didn't touch any hotkeys.
Oh, nice. Now maybe I got something, but now I can see the rest of the map, which is a big help.
Dual PC.
Okay.
Man, I don't think I was gonna ask you what do you think the fastest time somebody has beat this in, but there's no Doom PC version. There's a whole bunch of different Dooms. PlayStation 3. Somebody, if in chat, if any of you guys have the speedrun for the original Doom.
No, but if you know where you are going, it should be very fast. Which clearly I don't know. And these maps are getting larger now.
Oh, there we go. All right, Doom, Knee Deep and Dead, any percent. What's your guess for the fastest somebody has beaten this game?
The whole game?
Yep.
Oof, I don't even remember how many levels, but an hour, 2 hours.
4 minutes and 44 seconds.
There has to be a trick somewhere.
I'm sure there's some kind of like clip through the walls, but yeah. Solo, keyboard, any percent, Knee Deep, Doom 1, 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
You destroyed all my confidence.
I know, I apologize. I'm sure they figured out how to clip through walls and they don't even get keys, right? They just like do hit detection and absolutely destroy it, but that's amazing. All right. Well, congratulations again, anyone that said ChatGPT is an artificial neural network. You got your standard internet units. Enjoy those points. Take Schmonite's points. Schmonite, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry that question didn't work out for you, but I'm glad you guys answered. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, and we should do... I started looking up the color coding and then I got to the speedrun page. So I lost track of what the map... What are you looking for? The exit now?
Yeah, the exit, but everything... I see somewhere here. Let me see. I'm even moving to the map, but
let's try.
Oh, here.
Classic Doom maps.
Yeah, it should be here. Yeah. You need a yellow key to open the door, so I'm missing the yellow key. That's the problem.
Wow, there are a lot of levels.
So no one can make it in 4 minutes.
I don't
Yeah.
know how they're doing
Yellow
it.
key. See some movement over there. See some movement over there.
So where are you?
Yes.
Do you remember what level you're on? Or the name of
I
it?
think it's the second one. Yeah, but I see now the yellow key. So we are good to go.
Nuclear plant.
We are good to go.
And you know where the exit is?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're good.
Yeah, we are good. We are. So when did you start playing table tennis?
Was undergrad actually. So I was an athlete all through high school. So I did basketball, track, karate, football. And I got hurt a lot actually. So I had all sorts of surgeries. And so one of the things I did when I had like knee surgery was I picked up table tennis. And so I started playing that. And because I have a messed up shoulder, my form is terrible. I don't want your dad to see it because he'll be disgusted. But I got good enough to destroy most average, garage players and stuff like that. And hold my own for the most part. But yeah, it was just, I really like the game. It's so satisfying when you get, you're 10 feet back from the table and you get one nice looping shot. Like, that's such a satisfying feeling. But yeah, I have a colleague, Hao Chuan Mao, who's actually been a guest on the stream, and then our department chair, Wei Yang, who will be the guest in 2 weeks. Tuesday mornings, we play in IMB basement. We actually go there at like 8 to 9 a.m. That's my table tennis time.
Yeah, table tennis is one of those sports that you may don't see it much, but wherever you go, in every city, there is a group that does training and it gets real. Yeah.
There's an underground. I like those. Have you seen the ping pods? Like they have them in major cities where it's like you just have a swipe card and you access the ping pong, and it actually has set up cameras and stuff that'll record, and so you can like save shots and stuff like that.
Replay.
Yeah, it's called ping pods.
Okay.
And so yeah, should go on and starting a ping pod in Tallahassee. I don't think there's enough players here.
No, there are. There are. If you go on. So here at FSU, they have the FSU Table Tennis Club, and they train, I think, Wednesday and Fridays.
Yeah.
And they have a good group. Of course, like any of those sports gloves, it changes depending on the year, right? It depends on the.
So that's a professor that runs that, right?
He's a staff.
Okay.
He has been here. Willy Leparullo. Yeah, he's the guy for table tennis in Tallahassee.
Yeah. Because they also do it not just at Leach, but there's another location in town, right? Like Thursday nights or something like that. Yeah.
You know everything. Eh?
Yeah. I'm part of the table tennis subreddit. Like I learned all the all the tricks. I've just never gone. It's should. Debbie and I talked about doing it at some point. She's sick of playing me.
Yeah, I'm hoping to. So my kids are 6-year-olds. I'm hoping they start playing soon.
Yeah.
And then we can start training.
Do you have the robot at home?
I do have a robot at home, but I don't have a nice setup yet, like yours. So I still have to set up the table. It's not always on.
I see. Yeah, that's. I just turn on the robot and shoot it at the kids. They're not learning technique. They're just learning hand-eye coordination at this point. But man, yeah, that was one of the things I insisted on when we moved here. Is like in Minnesota, you have basements, right? Like you have a game room if you have a house like that, and like you don't get basements in Tallahassee. And so we're like, we're just gonna get an extra. That was actually labeled as a bedroom when we bought this house, but it is now our ping pong room. So yeah, no, I like it. All right, if you guys have questions for Olmo, put those in chat. We're happy to ask him while he plays Doom. Making progress through Doom. The goal is to beat this tonight, right?
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, we always have the cheat codes to fall back on, but you've made incredible progress. You haven't died at all yet.
I haven't played for an hour in, I don't know, 10 years or...
Yeah, when was the last time you played this? The original Doom?
No, I don't play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, a combination between self-diagnosed addict plus a girlfriend that didn't like playing that much, plus moving into Linux. Right, I moved to Linux, and at that time we didn't have Steam for Linux, so it was really hard to play any game.
Yeah.
That's when everything.
But your kids are getting to the age. Like my daughter's 9. We played Halo together. We beat Halo 1, 2, and 3, and she picked it up really, really quick, which is pretty satisfying. So, yeah, your kids are going to get to that age. Then you'll have an excuse. just get tenure first, right?
Yeah, which by the way, if I don't submit everything on time because I have to submit it by this week, I will have to blame you.
Oh, my fault.
I will blame you.
Wait, this for the NSF career?
The NSF career was today, right?
Yeah.
So it's great to play.
Yeah, relax. What else is due this week?
I have to submit my binder for the tenure.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, this goes in the binder, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Service. Broader impacts.
Yes.
By Friday, you'll have a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Evidence of performance.
Okay.
Wow, so you're submitting the package now. That's exciting. I mean, it's pretty anticlimactic, right? Because you spent all these years grinding and building a package, and you put one big document together. Oh, request letters.
Launcher. That's why I try not to do that. But okay, so the chat. What do you want to know? A little bit of
throw your questions up, chat. We're talking about machine learning as applied to all sorts of different problems. Talking about machine learning in general, programming languages. Well, I'll go with one of my favorite questions that I like to ask. One of my hobbies besides ping pong and video games is watching movies. Like my wife and I have been cord cutters for like 20 years now. And so we don't watch typical TV and shows and stuff. We watch a lot of movies. And so I've watched many. And so the question for you is, you've watched movies where it's like they either represent, scientific computing or machine learning or AI or something well, and then there's other ones that do it very, very poorly. And so can you remember back watching a show or a movie that got it right, ones that got it wrong, ones that made you groan, ones that showed you they did their homework?
Well, I don't know. I think my field, it has been kind of applied machine learning. So the way we do it, let's come back to, maybe we get some questions, and then I will come back to the movie. So the way we do it for medical imaging, we train a network, right?
Yep.
Assume that let's go to the specific case of prostate cancer, where we have been working on. When in order to be diagnosed for prostate cancer, normally you get tested like for urine, right? Once we get old
Yeah.
enough,
Yep.
you get tested. At some point, the blood tells you, okay, maybe you should get an MRI to see how things are going. And once you get an MRI, if people see something suspicious, they will ask you to get a biopsy. Right? The only, in fact, let me see, because I don't know if it was there on one of the questions.
Oh, no worries. We have plenty of questions.
Okay, so the even though a radiologist, if you have a tumor on the prostate or something, should be able to say, okay, you definitely have cancer there, they won't be able to say which type of cancer it is. The only way to do it is through histopathology. So they have to do some biopsies, which are at the end invasives, correct? And they will try to sample where the radiologists tell them to sample, and overall everywhere on the prostate to get an idea of if they miss something from the MRI. But at the end they have to do the biopsies. So it would be nice if we can somehow predict with some confidence where the cancer is directly from the MRI to avoid to guide the biopsies better, right? So that you don't want to get a biopsy and then miss the area of the cancer.
Just poke for fun.
So initially we did neural networks to do the segmentation of the prostate, which nowadays, from what we see, it seems so easy. But 10 years ago, I mean, doing the segmentation directly in 3D from the MRI of the prostate is something that a radiologist and almost anyone, if you look MRIs enough and I tell you exactly where the prostate is, after a week or so you will say, okay, I think kind of know where the prostate is. And then if you keep practicing, in a month you will be able to identify no problem. But do it automatically, that's a challenge. So
oh man, steering through map view is. I forgot about that.
I'm completely lost. You see here? Okay. I found something. So initially for the postdoc in Miami, so I did a postdoc in Miami, which in fact I can tell a little bit more of the story. So I did a PhD. My PhD were at scientific computing. The thesis was also on medical imaging, but hey, what happened?
Wow,
I'm dead.
How much did you lose? Sad. Check the map. Did it still give you a... starting over on this level. Oof.
Yeah. Well, even though neural networks existed, we didn't have the programming languages like PyTorch and TensorFlow that we have right now. So my thesis was a method for automatic kind of detection of the breast lesions, right? Automatically. And then after the PhD, I got a position in Mexico. I even forgot that I could switch guns with the wheel.
Scroll. I forgot about that.
Then
this one have a chainsaw in it?
No,
that's later ones.
Yeah, or it's later, or I don't know if it's on Doom 2. And also the two barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
That's how you call it, 2-barrel?
Double barrel.
Double barrel.
Doom. Chainsaw.
So I got a position in Mexico in the atmospheric science department.
Yeah, Doom 2 has the chainsaw.
Yeah, maybe we can play a little bit more and then move to Doom 2.
Yeah.
Now that I remember how to play. Jello key. Jello key. So yeah, so at the end, that's what we did for medical imaging, automatic segmentation of the prostate with neural networks, and it's useful because if you fuse that shape of the prostate when you are doing the biopsies, you can much better identify where the prostate is. And after that, we started training a network for automatic detection of prostate directly from the MRI. But that's really hard because not even radiologists can really detect where the cancer is from MRI. So there is, remember that for neural networks you need some training set to say, okay,
You need a lot of training sets or a lot of data.
and in order to kind of say, how do you know which type of cancer is from the MRI? The way it works is you have an MRI from a person that has a prostate cancer, then they do the biopsies, and then from the biopsies they said, okay, they definitely, it has a high risk cancer, so they remove the prostate. And once they remove the prostate, they slice it, and now you can kind of come back to the position of the
I
MRI.
see. It's like reverse engineering it from the extracted tumor.
Correct. That's the only way to train the network. To say, now in histopathology, I know where the tumor is, so now I try to map it back to the MRI.
So where do you get that data set? Like who provides that?
Yeah, it has to be the hospitals, but each hospital has its own way to slice the histopathology images.
I see.
So it's not that easy to get that training set.
Yeah. Because there's no standard across the community. That's unfortunate.
And now that I have a student that she's doing a really nice progress, we have these foundational models for machine learning, and what it means that Google grab hundred thousands of histopathology images from different tissues in the body, right? And what they do is so in the networks we have, imagine that, oops.
Nice.
Oh, but now I have 5. Right? Let me use this one for the first time. Oops.
Oh no. So disappointing. It's a good weapon, though.
That's why I lost that, because I was not using my rocket launcher. What was I saying?
We're talking about the data sets and
Oh yeah. So now we have these foundation models that pretty much you get a histopathology image, you run it through the model, and what it gives you is a vector, let's say of size 1024, and that vector, you don't really know what those numbers mean, but those numbers represent what it is on the image at that specific location, right? And that's why we have foundational models from Google for satellite data, or for, in this case, for histopathology images. And now the question is to know, I'm gonna die again? No. The question is, what those 1024 numbers. Let me use this one. Represent in the really represent biologically.
Yeah.
And so what she did is she did this principal component analysis, right? Which is just finding the directions where there is more variability in those vectors.
Yeah.
And she is finding that the third principal component is highly related with cancer.
The third principal component.
The third.
So it's not the dominant one.
Oh, wait. No, because the dominant one is more related to where the if it's inside or outside the
I
process,
see.
and very general types of tissue.
Yeah, so it's still important. It's just not
Mm-hmm.
the clear indicator. That's intriguing.
Which in earth sciences we do that a lot, right? You
Mm-hmm.
get the principal components, and the principal components will tell you the main dynamic processes of whatever you are computing, like in the case of the ocean or the atmosphere. So it's nice. It's nice to see that, and now we are training a network that is able to learn this principal component from the MRI, which means that it's kind of telling you where the cancer is. I mean, it's working. It's working nice. And we benefit from these foundational models that didn't exist, right? Didn't exist before. It's-
So best case scenario, you get a model that works. What happens with that? You own the software package, or you publish and hope somebody implements it in a user-friendly interface? Like, how does that make it to medical professionals?
yeah, that was a nice thing about work. So my postdoc, I did it at the University of Miami in the Sylvester Cancer Center, and that was directly on the hospital.
Yeah.
So the way to migrate whatever we did to the physicians was faster. But why not? I mean, I still collaborating with them.
Yeah. And so they'd implement it in the
They
Medical
had-
Research Institute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way it was, once you have this method, the input is an MRI, and the output is a heat map of probability of where the prostate cancer is. So now you need one more step. We are not working on that, but people is doing it, which is how to fuse the MRI into the ultrasound, because the biopsies are made through the ultrasound. right?
Oh, interesting. So you
Yeah.
have to tie that information together. Oof. That's the next step.
So you first do the MRI,
Yeah.
and at the MRI level, you can kind of identify or propose where the cancer is, and now you fuse it into the ultrasound, so that it will guide the biopsies. You see how
And so
I talk, I stop playing, stop talking, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, a lot of our guests, they don't necessarily care about the game as much as you do. So that's working against you.
That's the
You're
problem. I
invested.
told you I'm an addict.
I know. it's
You
fair.
brought an addict here to your house.
It's perfect. I'm glad you said yes, because it's been fun. So it's been years since I talked to somebody inside the field that was using machine learning for medical technology, and I'm curious about the state of the art, because like a decade ago there was this like, don't go into radiology because you're going to be replaced by machine learning. And that's probably true for many simple things, but you're saying prostate cancer is challenging. So what is machine learning good at in the medical imaging field, and what is it still struggling to do well?
So not only in the medical field, but in general, what can we do with machine learning? So neural networks are what we call universal approximator, right? Which means that if you have a function or any way to predict, which means a classification or segmentation, or to decide something based on an input, and you may already have a formula for doing that, or you can have humans that are able to do that, then neural networks will be very good on identifying how to do it. For example, that's why in computer vision is so good. If I give you an image, you don't have any trouble in saying this is a dog, this is a German Shepherd, this is a Dalmatian, right? You don't have a formula for that,
Yeah.
but in your brain it's able to do it,
Yep.
which means that there is a formula, right? If you are able to do it,
Yeah.
it means that there is a formula
Yep.
in order to define.
There's some stimuli response curve.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's where machine learning is super good at. And in medical imaging, for all those data sets where you have some input and output, for example, you have x-rays and diagnosis, right? If you have enough data sets and and a human can do it, that relationship from I give you an X-ray and it tells you exactly where the problem is. And neural networks are doing super good on that. So right now, the problem are the fields where you don't have enough data.
Yeah.
And here in the US, because we have so many constraints on the data to be shared, the medical data, we are struggling in some areas. Right?
Yeah.
Like in the case of prostate cancer, the main problem is that if I give you an MRI, there is no human that will tell you this pixel is a grade 3 prostate cancer, Gleason score 3, and this pixel is Gleason 4-5. That doesn't exist. There is no human that can do that. The only way to do it is you remove the prostate, get the histopathology, and through the microscope, now I can tell you which regions. But now the problem is, how can we migrate from the histopathology to the MRI?
And the underlying assumption is that it will show up on the MRI, right? And it just might not be clear on the MRI no matter what.
Yeah, and it may not be perfect. That there are different resolutions, right? It's different scales that the histopathology can see compared to the finally. Let's see if I don't write right here.
There we go.
Compared to the MRI, but there is definitely some signal, and we can show that there is some front signal that we can still see from the MRI, and it will be super nice, right? Because there are, for low risk cancers, the current state of the art is that they put you in surveillance. They don't have to remove the prostate.
Oh, interesting.
So if you are able to really say with some confidence the risk of the type of cancer that you have, then it will be 4, 5, 3.
Nice.
Where is it? Or maybe I don't have the. Maybe I don't have bullets.
You died. Yeah, you lost your turret, or you still have it.
Yeah, I have it, but I may not have enough bullets. So the state of the art, it depends on the field. In the case of chest CT, we have a lot of advances. In the case of retina, they also have a lot of advances.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm more familiar with prostate cancer, right? But
let's frame it another way. If you went to the doctor and they said we're using AI to diagnose, what would you not believe? Prostate? Would you believe your own software?
Well, the problem is that
I'm trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah, no.
You have a very applied problem-solving technique.
The thing is I have become, maybe because of my field, but I've been trusting. So, what are we good at, and what are we bad at? So, for example, one of my main skills was programming. Right? Compared with most of the people, like colleagues, etc., I was a good programmer. Not because I had only the foundations as a software engineering, but also because I work in the industry, so I knew databases, web programming, backend, and normally people like know MATLAB and are very good on it, but they don't know why, ASP, GSP, things like that, they won't know it. And AI is doing it better than me. So I don't program anymore.
That's crazy. Is that humbling, or is that liberating?
So sometimes it's kind of frustrating to see that so many hours that you spend coding.
A lifetime of experience.
So many hours you spend coding, and now you can do it so fast.
And your students don't have to learn that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, I really like it that now I feel like I can do so much so fast.
Yeah.
So the problem is now I don't have the time to program. I'm teaching and advising students.
Yep. Writing and proposals, papers, tenure packages.
But let's think about a little bit on health. Right? So I feel that even though I always like health, even for my master, and I feel like the only reason I couldn't be a physician is because when I see people with a broken arm or something, I feel the pain myself. So I
too empathetic.
Yeah. But I feel that field has one of the main, or maybe not the main, but one important ability of a physician is memory, right? They need to know so many things about diseases, medicine, parts of the body, anatomy. Nice. But the computer, so that's why I feel like if I could define myself as a computer, I have a good RAM, right? And maybe not such a bad processor, but my hard drive is my hard drive.
You're not a memory.
No.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that I feel is required for the health area. But the computers are extremely good on that. Right?
Yeah.
Like the computers can remember so many things. That's why if I have to go to the doctor and they are telling me the computer suggested something, yeah, I believe it. I'll be happy.
Oh, that's reassuring. Because you have insights into how the sausage is made, and if it seems reasonable, it's exciting. But in terms of should students still go into radiology, do you think they're going to be replaced?
I don't think, not in the short term, because even though the systems.
What is that?
I think that was the end of that level. We still need knowledge in order to train those systems.
Yep.
And we may get into philosophical questions, which is not only on health, but the same as programming. Should we still teach programming? Right? At what level?
Yeah.
For example, we all learn to do math, multiplications and sums, but we never do strong multiplications in our mind. Right? We always use the calculator. And I think programming is getting, or is already there. I don't think we will do the programs ourselves.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you will need to know what a loop is, right? What an if is, the basics.
I mean, you still have to troubleshoot the programs, right? Is this the end?
Did I finish it? 5 minutes. 2 hours? No.
No. That's for that level.
Oh.
So 2:45 was the time.
Resume. Oh no, yeah, we can still go. Once you beat the big classes and clean out the moon.
The game just talks shit to you.
Okay. I'm getting stressed now.
Yeah,
I need
no.
to finish the game.
You should. And we can cheat code if you want to alleviate the stress and just converse. Secret Agent, welcome back. Who are we hanging out with? Our guest today is Olmo Zavala Romero. He is an expert in machine learning, applied machine learning, scientific computing, in terms of applying that to problems like medical imaging, mapping, oceanography, flows of that. He has a tool in search of problems. So that was it?
That's it?
So that was like the medium difficulty ending of this.
Yeah.
There's probably a different ending for the nightmare. All right. Should we go to... go down to change game. Do you want to do Doom 2?
How are we on time?
So we are at... it's almost 9:30, so we're about an hour and a half in. So it's up to you. What do you want to play? What are you excited about?
Well, I feel bad that you're not playing.
I don't ever play on the stream.
Oh, you never play?
No.
Oh, I see.
Only if I'm the guest. So yeah, it's all you.
Okay.
Whatever you want to play.
Okay. Let's do Doom 2 now that we are here.
Click up there, Doom 2.
Doom 2.
All right, we're going to get chainsaws. I think you can jump in this one as well. So that's exciting.
Can you share links on the chat?
I can. What do you want me to share?
Yeah, maybe you can share this marine leader. I think .coaps.fju.edu.
Sorry, say it again.
Marine leader.
Marine.
Leader.
How do you spell it?
Leader like a leader like trash.
Litter.
.coaps.fju.edu. Because that's
Co-ops, that one.
Maybe let's see if it finds it. just so that they can take a look at one of the research that we did. Maybe if you go down,
yeah,
there should have a link to a dynamic. Yeah, that one, somewhere there maybe.
this one right here.
Yeah, an online interface. Yeah, share that one so they can.
World's ocean litter. That's fun.
Yeah.
Not fun, but I'm glad this exists.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so that they take a look at something. So in that case.
Oh, that's effectively tracking litter or modeling litter motion. Wow.
Yeah, it's tracking litter.
And this is how the trash islands end up forming in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. You guys should click that link right now and take a look at the webpage. That's a fun animation and modeling through time.
Yeah, so in that case, the idea was, so one of my research is related to earth sciences, correct? And the way it works for meteorology or for the ocean, when we want to do forecast, we represent in this case, the ocean through blocks, right? Each block has its own temperature, salinity, and currents, and then we use it. And then we use equations to evolve those variables through time, same as meteorology. And in the case of the litter, if we think about it, when a plastic bottle goes into the ocean, what happens to that plastic bottle? Assume it doesn't disintegrate, so it moves in the ocean. Oh, I think I kind of remember. Yeah, I think Doom 2 is closer to my memory.
Does it let you jump in this one?
Huh?
Can you jump?
No.
No.
And shift? Oh, shift is to go slow rather than to go fast.
Yeah, I think you can set the default to walk if you want to, but
oh no, it's better.
You're flying.
Yeah, it's better.
All right, so speaking of the ocean, I'm going to pop up another prediction because we haven't done one in a while. If you guys aren't following, click the follow button. But I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to answer this question. What portion of the ocean is continuously observed? We talked about data sets we need for diagnosing prostate cancer. We also need data about the ocean, which is presumably where this comes from. And so the question is, what portion of the ocean is continuously observed? And we're not talking about like satellite imagery of the ocean, but like actual information, like temperatures and salinity.
No, satellite image counts.
Satellite images count.
Satellite image counts, yeah.
So what portion of the ocean is continuously observed? What fraction of it? Greater than 5% or less than 5%? And so yeah, if you're not familiar with Ask a Scientist Gaming or Twitch in general, click the predict button at the top of your chat and then make a guess. What portion of the ocean is continuously observed? Less than 5% or greater than 5%? That's fun. We transitioned the dialogue to the questions, which is that's fun. But yeah, I like that map that you showed. You guys should definitely check out that link. But yeah, click the predict button again. If you're not following us, follow us, get your standard internet units. You can gamble on this question. And yeah, you guys have about a minute left on that.
Double barrel. Double barrel?
Double barrel.
Double barrel.
Yeah. So it gives you 2 shots every time before you have to reload?
Just one.
Just one, but it shoots 2?
Yeah.
That's a double shot. I like it.
Yeah, but I remember these pink monsters. They used to die if you do it perfectly. They used to die with a single shot of this double barrel.
So your kids haven't played video games yet, or they're not into video games yet? Not this type of game.
Not just because, as I said, my wife wants to push this for the. I think we will try to wait for one more year.
Yeah, but when they are going to play games, what's going to be your suggestion for their first?
So, I think there are many games that are useful, right?
Yeah.
Right now we have when they do have a couple of games on their kind of tablets. One of those games is like they are related to physics, like even the Angry Birds teach you some physics.
Yeah.
So these type of games that you don't realize it, but it's teaching you momentum.
Yeah. Well, and it's all scientific method, right? Trial and error, hypothesis-based decision making. No, I love video games. I'm glad my daughter's playing now. But all right, Olmo, what's the answer? Portion of the ocean continuously observed.
Okay, so Before answering, I'm going to ask you why it's important, right? Why do we need that? Because in order to forecast the next state of the ocean, we do have these models that will tell you, okay, this is the initial state of the ocean, and then we have equations, and they are able to tell you how the ocean is going to be on the on the future, correct? But there are a lot of errors. It's the same for the weather. And the only way we keep them in track is by assimilating observations. If we didn't have observations, then the forecast will never work. Of course, here in Florida, it's really hard to to properly predict some types of storms. So because of that, we need observations. And you were right. Someone asked about satellites, right? And so satellites count, and satellites definitely cover a big percentage of the ocean surface. They cover temperature, and then you also cover sea surface height, and salinity, and ocean color, like chlorophyll, things like that. So the answer is that we are around 2%. It's difficult how to define it, right?
Yeah.
In the case of the surface, you may be covering like 80% depending on the variable, or some more if you are clouds, or if you have clouds or doesn't have clouds, or if the variable that you are measuring is not affected by clouds. And doomed to increase the level.
Yeah, that's more difficult.
I'm dying rapidly.
Secret Agent called us out on this question before we gave the answer. I want to say it's a trick question. Worded that way, it could mean just the surface area or the full depths of the ocean. So that's a fair critique. So if we do the full depths, it's less than 5%. If you do the surface, it's going to be more than 5%.
That's correct.
So that's fair. So what portion of the ocean is continuously observed? And when you take the entirety of the ocean, the answer is less than 5%. You said 2%? Roughly?
It's around 2%. Of course, it's it's hard to say a specific number, right? But I will say it's around 2%. And how do we define it? So you have a shape of the ocean, a representation of the ocean in a 3D grid, and then you need to assimilate observations everywhere. So that 2% can come off if you take all the observations and put it in a grid of that ocean that you have. Then the observations will more or less be, depending of the area, like 2%.
Man, that is not a lot of data. And so making predictions based on that, how do you do that? What's your data set? What's your training set for your models?
Well, here is when we want to do machine learning for prediction, we use what we call reanalysis. And the reanalysis is you have a physical model, you have the equations, then you run your model. First, you run your model for a long time until it. Let's think about the Gulf of Mexico now. That is, they like to call it the Gulf of America here.
Do they like to call that?
So in the Gulf of Mexico, there are a couple of processes that are the most important one: the loop current and those eddies that they get. I cannot even find the words now. They get released from the loop current. So we let once we have the proper equations, and you have the wind and the temperature on the surface, you let it run for some years until it looks like what we see in reality.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I'm almost there. I'm losing faster now.
That's okay. That's good. Your skills are coming back though.
No, I'm losing my previous skills. So the reanalysis is you have the observations from the future and the past, and then you obtain the most representative field for, let's say, the last 10 years, considering all the observations that you have. Yeah? And you use the physical model plus the observations to come up with this representative field of the ocean. And that's what we use to train the neural networks. If you have heard of this GraphCast, it was on the news from Google on DeepMind. They all are trained on one of the most common reanalysis. GraphCast is for the atmosphere. The reanalysis called AR5 is from the European model, and that's what we use for training. That reanalysis will tell you the state of the atmosphere everywhere for every 12 hours, I think, or every 6 hours. And that's what we use to train. We have those inputs, which is the current state of the atmosphere, same for the ocean, but we don't really have such a well-established reanalysis in the ocean compared to AR5 in the atmosphere. And that's how we train it so that the neural networks can predict the.
Oh gosh, that spot's
that's
brutal.
Yeah, but I realized that I'm not using the double barrel. That's why.
That's the key. I like it. Secret Agent has a follow-up. Is that how we get the spaghetti models for hurricanes?
The spaghetti models is you have this physical model, right? And then you have, with the observations, you always have multiple models running at the same time. And these models, the difference is that the initial conditions of the atmosphere are a little bit different. Right? They are all similar to what the real state is, but none of them is perfect. And then we run the physical model and we get different estimates of how the atmosphere is going to look in the future.
So they're different models and different starting conditions.
Most of the times you can vary the model, but sometimes you only change the initial conditions.
The starting, okay, and then you get the different outcome. That's interesting. Okay.
And that's how you get so it's the atmosphere and the ocean is so chaotic that just by changing a little bit the initial conditions, you get different outcomes.
No, that makes sense.
And in the case of the machine learning, because you know the paths of the hurricanes, now you can train a model to try to improve on the prediction of the hurricane. Right? So the physical model has its own bias that is going to be a little bit hard to remove, but which we try to correct with observations, right? And data simulation, which is a whole field of research. I don't know if you have had Christo Chipilski is another researcher on my department. And he is specialized on data simulation.
Oh, that's fun. No, I haven't had, but I will take the suggestion.
Yeah. So that's where the spaghetti are coming from. Right? So you different initial conditions, and that will give you a different prediction. And now, yep. Okay, now I'm going to pass this section. I'm gonna die again.
You're gonna die trying. Let's do it. The thing I liked about this game is you can dodge the slow moving ones. It's hard, but nice.
Finally. More questions. So you can see if anyone is enjoying the animation of the.
Yeah, any Doom fans out there? Doom 2? I mean, this is a classic. Anyone our age knows this game. I don't know if you saw the trying to run Doom on everything, like a TI-85 calculator.
No.
Yeah, this was a early 2000s meme on the internet, just trying to run Doom on as many things as possible. Someone proposed they could run it on a pregnancy test. Secret Asian loves Doom. It's a classic. Have you seen the newest Doom? What is the latest one? It's so pretty. Like, you probably shouldn't get it, but if you were gonna get a game, Doom might be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, because I have my Steam account
Yeah.
and they have these summer sales, right?
Mm.
Sometimes I go there and I buy the games for, I don't know, a different life. But I have games that I've never played, and I have Doom. I'm not sure if it's the last one because they created one this year, right? Or last year.
Oh, there's a fairly recent one. Doom.
I do have the previous one.
Doom franchise. Let's see what the latest one was.
I think it's this year or last year. The last one.
Doom 2 Legacy of Rust. Doom and Doom 2. Doom the Dark Ages. I remember when Doom Eternal came out.
You see 2025 last year.
Yeah. Doom the Dark Ages, that's the one that you...
Yeah, we should play that one, eh? But we need more resources.
Yeah, good thing my computer's not running that. So here's the hard part about this setup. So I have a PC running all the streaming components, but because I want you to have independent computer and mouse control, I run my laptop to do these. So it's easy to do retro games, but yeah. And then we'd run the NES emulator on this because that doesn't take any resources, but yeah, I'd probably due for an upgrade. That's fun. Secret Agent says, yeah, I tested for it, the most recent Doom. I thought I'd hate it, but it was fun. It was awesome. Very, very satisfying. All right, historical question for you. You were the host of Ask a Scientist Gaming, and you could host anyone alive or dead. We'll broaden this. Scientist, ping pong player, whatever it might be. Who would you want on the stream? Who would be your guest, and what would they play?
The thing is, first problem that I see is that all the games that I know are sold, right? Sold.
I mean, it could be Isaac Newton, and you could make up a game. Don't restrict yourself to the video game space. Who would it be?
That would be interesting to see, like Isaac Newton, but playing something like this Sim City type of games. No?
Oh no, I'd put Isaac Newton in Angry Birds. Physics. The Newtonian arcs. You just see applied Newtonian physics in game world. But anyway, sorry, Sims.
No, I didn't play too much Sims, but well, those games where you have to build your own world.
Yeah. Like roller coaster or house or ant farm or whatever it is. Yeah. That's fun.
And for table tennis players, yeah, it will be. Have you ever played Caveman Olympics?
Yes, I am familiar with the game. Yeah.
I'm curious why no one makes a newer version of Caveman Olympics. I feel that I don't know if that happens to you, but because I play so many games like this one, but a long time ago, and then kind of your brain updates the game with the new graphics. And then when you play them again, it's like, what?
What was I thinking? Oh man, there's a Caveman Olympics for the NES. I didn't know it was in the NES. I knew it was for Commodore 64, but Caveman. It's Caveman Ugly Olympics.
Ugly Olympics? I don't even know the
Caveman Games. Caveman Olympics. Stone Age now. Yes. Oh, for the NES, it was released as Caveman Games. Do you want to play it?
Yeah, let's try it. That was a lot of fun.
Let's do it. Yeah, whenever you're ready, we can try it for the NES, and we'll give it a shot. It's that one, right? Commodore 64 is probably first one you played. I like it.
So what do I have to do?
All right, we're switching over. Let's do it. Caveman Olympics. We have about 45 minutes before we'll jump into NARC, so we might as well. I'm going to transition this. You're going to take this controller. I have not tested this. This is just a ROM that I have. You download basically all the ROMs that can possibly exist, and we're going to see if this works and if it's what you remember
You see,
This is it.
for those watching the stream, I want you to imagine an updated version of this game.
Yeah. You want the high res.
Did you play some of the games that I remember that I enjoy? This Full Throttle
I'm not familiar.
was this guy in a motorcycle and it has a whole story around it.
That's awesome.
And even the intro in those days, I remember with my brother just watching the intros of the games. And when the first games like X-Wing and TIE Fighter appeared, just watching the Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, before Disney. Before Disney appeared.
Star Fox was the one. I don't know if you saw it. That was Nintendo 64. That was a big one. I loved that one.
No, X-Wing and TIE
It's all
Fighter.
you.
Okay,
Let's
also
do
I
it.
have
Press
to
start.
start.
I think yeah. Go ahead. Is it not?
No. Oh, number of players. Yeah, this is. So can we switch?
No,
You don't play?
it's all you.
No, but
I'll
it's
keep
just-
track of this. Oh my god. I forgot about that. Oh, that's amazing. Are you good on drink or you're content?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
If I go one more, that's practice. Oh, have you ever played track? So
Track
in the
and field with the
Well, in this case, it was only the Atari joystick.
yeah.
Single
And you
buttons.
go
You had
back
to
and
do-
forth.
Yep.
Yeah. So I played Nintendo was my main early system, and it was A B buttons as fast as you can, and they also had the power pad. If you remember that, the actual standing like
Okay.
platform you could actually run on, and you'd ultimately get on your knees and smash really really fast. But yeah, no, these games. I mean, Mario Party is kind of like this. Like you can do competitions against each other, and it's skill based things.
I'm not sure if it's with the buttons or with the.
Might be arrow and jump. Yeah.
Who am I? I don't even know who am I. Oh, I was the other. Oh, I see. I didn't even understand the game. So somehow, when you are too slow, you appear on the second.
Huh.
On the second. On the row on the bottom.
It'd be funny to watch somebody play Q-Wop. Are you familiar with Q-Wop? It's this running like it looks like a AI learning how to walk, but you control the knee joints and the ankles of a character with the QWOP. Is it not going?
I don't know which one. I'm assuming I'm the other one. I think one button is to jump. Let's see what the other.
Yeah,
button is.
like one button might be run and the other one might be jump.
Let's see.
I've never played this for the NES.
Let's see.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what is it? One button's jump.
Yes, one button is for running, and the other one is for.
Oh, there we
jumping.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're flying. It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna leave
You
you.
see the game?
I'm gonna leave you a question while I go use the restroom.
Okay.
What's your airplane conversation like? So you get on a plane and somebody asks what you do, and you're like, I'm a professor. They ask a professor what, and you say scientific computing. What does that unfold into, especially if you invoke things like machine learning and AI? What does that conversation look like?
Well, yeah, I think right nowadays, because AI, I beat the tiger, because AI is on the head of a lot of people. I assume that the conversation goes a lot into what really AI is and if we should trust it or not. Like if you ask almost anyone like a year and a half ago, because the way ChatGPT works, it had a lot of hallucinations. It's interesting how people will kind of trash AI for some areas where it didn't perform nice, like where it hallucinated. Then, oh, you see how the other guy pushed me. Because if it hallucinated and it didn't answer what you expected, then it feels like it's really kind of dumb. but at the same time, it's able to answer so many complicated challenges. So yeah, I think those type of discussions are. Oh, I thought you went through there.
I did.
Oh.
I looped around and grabbed the rest of the.
Okay.
Filled the
So
cup.
now let's try. So I want to show you for those that have never seen this game. Let me see. I don't have any idea how to come back. Do you?
Oh, I don't
To
know.
the.
We're playing this one blind, so trial and error.
Let's see. Pause. Select. Okay, I'm trying to switch the. Pause. Yes. Or can we restart it?
Okay, let me check. Caveman Games, NES controls.
Controls. Normally you do select to get the options, no?
Yeah, NES probably doesn't have that. We can do the restart though. Full reset.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. There's the manual. Button A, button B.
Liga. Just a minute. Practice. Start the games. Okay.
Oh, the competitors have various different strengths. Which one are you playing?
I'm Uga.
Oh, but this what game type did you pick? There's mate toss, fire making, dino race, saber race, clubbing. This is probably clubbing, huh?
Yes.
Controller pad down, duck. Down and A button is a knee smash. Up and A button is overhead smash. A button is a face smash.
Oh. A button.
Yep.
Down. A.
It's like Mortal Kombat. Oh man, this is terrible.
What else? Control. Pass down. Duck.
Down ducks.
Down and A button. Knee smash. Oops. Oh, but it. Up and A.
Up and A button is overhead smash.
Gronk beat me easily.
Was it a mistake playing this game?
Yeah. One more. Okay, what it would be nice is to see a new version.
Yeah. You know, something like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's a shame is a lot of companies that made these really early games that were awesome and amazingly fun. They either went out of business or they were purchased by somebody else. So the rights to a lot of these games are just lost in the archives. And somebody that would want it. Oh, we got a strategy.
Yeah, just keep going like that because.
Gronk, you're terrible.
Oops. You see the distraction?
Oh no, it's in your head now. That was a good one though. Yeah. All right. Secret Agent has redeemed a request to Factoid. Do you have a knowledge bomb you want to drop on the audience? We can repurpose one of these if you want, or it's up to you. What do you want to share?
Yeah, maybe we can do that question and then I can answer the one for the population. Oh, because one of the things that we are doing that's why to relate the question is to use machine learning to forecast air pollution.
Oh, interesting.
On Mexico City.
All right, so before we answer your factoid, we're going to put up a question right now, so we will get to it, Secret Agent. Thank you for posting. But I'm going to post a question for you guys before we get into that, because the factoid is related to this question. It says, the question is, you guys have 2 minutes. Which metropolitan area has the largest population? South Florida or Mexico City? Mexico City being Mexico City, South Florida encompassing Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach.
Well, in the case of Mexico City, yeah, to be clear, sorry, is Mexico City and metropolitan area.
Okay, so the entire area.
Yeah, maybe to get, do we have any other option? Because this one, it may be too old for.
Yeah, we can do something else. What do you want to do?
Look at this one. I mean, I don't remember how to do it, but you see. Woman throwing it.
Oh man.
It wasn't that bad. I did throw the.
No, you got a good angle out of it. So presumably you got a speed behind it and then an angle. Oh my god. I mean, you're a programmer. You could make this game happen.
And nowadays it should be
Three-dimensional.
considerably easier. Yeah. Nowadays it should be considerably easier to.
Oh man, I like it. We could switch to Contra. That's easy.
Yeah, let's do Contra. Yeah.
The original Contra, is this one you played?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, of course. This is like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, it's more than that.
So it has to be one
1988.
player then.
Yep, one player.
Okay.
So go ahead and press start. I do have the cheat code in for infinite lives, so you can beat this if you want.
Okay. You remember a little bit. Jump.
All right, you guys have about 30 seconds left. What metropolitan area has the largest population? South Florida or Mexico City? Again, you could look this up on ChatGPT or whatever it might be, but you shouldn't. Just guess based on what you know.
That's the thing that now you can search anything on ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love using it for reviews, not to input the paper and review, but like anytime a claim is made in a paper I review, like this is the first example of blah blah blah. You just put it in ChatGPT and say, what's the first example of XYZ, and it'll show me. All right, you guys have a well, it closed. All right, Olmo, what's the answer?
So the answer is that I don't know. I mean, here for the people that works in that lives in Tallahassee, sometimes when they travel to Miami, they see like, oh, this is so big, right? There's so much traffic. But for those that have been in Mexico City, you know there is much denser, right? So Miami and all the other ones, Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach, will add up for around like 6 million people, right? And the metropolitan area of Mexico is around 21 million.
21 million.
So,
Because LA is like 12 million too, right? Mexico City is one of the biggest.
correct. So it's super. So that's why one of the reasons that we came back. Like even though I'm from Mexico City and I got the position after the PhD in the Beth University of Mexico, now we got used to Tallahassee,
Yeah.
the small town of Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And,
It's not that small. So you
where else is this?
where did you grow up? In Mexico City?
Yeah, I grew
Oh,
up in
wow.
Mexico City.
Oh, that's crazy.
Of course, my kids, when they had the chance, they would like to move to a bigger city. I'm completely sure about that.
I mean, that's a. So I grew up in a town of 1,600 people, Foley, Minnesota, middle of nowhere, cornfields, farm country. Went to undergrad in a town of like 20,000. Then I went to grad school in downtown LA.
Ooh.
So like,
Uh-huh.
I got the whole spectrum of experience, and I agree. Tallahassee, nice middle ground. Not too big, not too small.
Yeah,
Well,
something that you won't find in Mexico compared to Tallahassee is that if you find a town that is as small as Tallahassee, so how many we have in Tallahassee? Like 250 or
Yeah, 250, 300 if you include the surrounding.
Yeah, you won't have all the services that as we have it here in. That would be like a very small town, so you won't have like a real hospital like we have here. Or I
Yeah.
don't remember how to kill this guy. Okay.
Nice.
So we have infinite lives, right?
Yeah. No, you're gonna, if you want to, you will beat this game. Because this is one where you just keep grinding out the shots.
Yeah, remember I played this one, but I don't remember if I ever finished.
Yeah, this was a hard one. There was a cheat code, the Konami code, where it gave you like 9 lives and 9 continues. That was the only way I was able to ever beat this game.
So
Degradation. Minnesota, no accent? No, I never really had an accent, despite growing up in backwoods Minnesota, because my parents were from like North St. Paul, like Minneapolis, St. Paul area, so they didn't have an accent. So ultimately, I didn't have one. Sometimes it comes out. You might hear it once in a while. It sounds kind of Canadian, the longer O's, like don't you know? But yeah, not that common. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
But anyway, Mexico City, much bigger than South Florida, at least 3 times the size of the South Florida metropolitan area. And so this relates to a factoid that you want to deliver.
Uh,
In terms of how you use this related to pollution, I think was your initial.
Correct. So now, something else is that so the pollution in these large cities like Mexico City, right? One of the main pollutants is ozone, but ozone is not created by cars or the industry. Is a mix between the pollutants that the industry and the cars generate, like NOxes. But you should know.
Yeah, nitric
right?
oxide byproducts. Yeah. That's why catalytic converters exist. Yeah.
And then with radiation, that's how ozone is built, right?
Yep.
But that's one of the main pollutants on the cities. And then in our research, we try to use AI in order to do the prediction of how bad is going to be the air in the next 24 hours, right? So you can imagine that what are the variables that affect the pollution of the next day. Well, first is how pollutant it is right now, and then for some things like the wind, how much wind is it gonna be? The problem with Mexico is that first it has a lot of people, it has a lot of cars, it has a lot of industry, but it also is surrounded by mountains.
Oh, interesting.
And because of that, on the north part, that's the only place where you can really have winds, and then in the south part you have like two mountains, so the wind can move the pollutants on the south a little bit if you have enough wind. So we use AI but you do have stations, meteorological stations, where they have the time series of the pollution in Mexico for many years. And then you have this atmospheric model that will tell, with some skill, it will predict, it will tell you what is the estimated precipitation and the winds, and we use that information in order to train machine learning to try to do the prediction for the next day. And it's kind of working nicely, but there are still many variables that are. So imagine if we come back again to this idea that the neural network is a universal predictor. Definitely the current pollution levels and the state of the weather for the next day are important information that will affect the pollution of the next day. But for example, if the neural network, if there is a fire nearby, or there is a lot of fireworks of in Mexico play on the World Cup, right? And then the amount of cars will change for different reasons that every daily day, like if it's Christmas, for example.
Yeah, so many variables.
It's gonna be very different. So yeah, we use all that information in order to do the predictions.
That's a lot of variables. I do not envy the complexity of those systems. Oh, Lori redeemed Take a Drink. So Olmo, cheers. Thank you for joining me. A little bit of Doom. Caveman Games briefly. Closing out with Contra and NARC. If you guys have questions, throw them in chat. Lori's got an early recruiting day tomorrow, so yeah, we're gonna cheers to that. Lori, thank you for joining us as always. Yeah, we'll see ya. Hey, fun fact, Lori, in 2 weeks, Wei Yang is gonna be the guest, the chair of the chemistry department. So that should be a fun time. Oh yeah, there's another boss.
That's the problem, that I feel like I'm too focused on the games, but I'm enjoying it. Thank you.
That's all that matters. Well, that's the thing about Twitch, is it's not like the content. Video game content has to be good, but like as long as the people are talking about interesting things and they're having fun doing it, it's gonna go over well. So as long as you're having fun, the audience will have fun. I will have fun as well, because man, I love some of these classic games.
So you also play like more recent games, or mostly arcade?
Not really. I play mostly old games. I speed run a few games like NARC and Mario Brothers and early hockey game. But yeah, I play. Have you ever heard of Mario Maker for Switch? They basically, if you remember the original Mario, right, run across the screen, hit boxes. Mario Maker is a game where anyone can build a level. And so they give you all the sprites and stuff like that, and you can piece together a level. But this means people have made like super really hard levels of Mario. And so I really like playing the hard, they call them super expert levels of Mario, and just you die 1,000 times, but then eventually you beat it kind of thing. So that's my go-to now. But I do play, I keep in track of the Halo franchise. Like when Halo Infinite came out, I played that. But yeah, other than that, the other one I played was Split Fiction. Have you heard about this game? So your wife is not a fan of video games, is what we've learned tonight, right?
Yes.
But Split Fiction, it's for it's for PC. The precursor game was called It Takes Two, but it's a 2-player game where you cooperatively have to beat the game. But each of you gets like independent skill sets. Like one person will shoot the goo, the other one lights it on fire. And so you have to work together cooperatively. And my wife and I loved playing that game together. And she's not a gamer by any means, but it's so good. So if you're going to trick her into playing any game, Split Fiction would be the game. Because it's so much fun. And I'll let Debbie testify to that when we're on our way out. But yeah,
Other games that do you know Alter Beast from Sega?
No.
I think that's the name, Alter Beast. That was
Ultra Beast. That's the one where you transform into beasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those games were like I don't know why they don't do like a newer version for those.
Altered Beast, Sega, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you became like a werewolf and.
Oh man.
But also, that one it was on the Commodore 64. But as I said, we used to play with this Atari control that only had a button. But the game required 2 skills, so we always miss one skill because we only had one button.
There's only one button. See, they need to do the NARC strategy and press hard or press light, fast press versus long press. I mean, if you get through this quick, we can do Altered Beast as well. I have it for the Sega, and the controller's right there. So
yeah, let's finish one more level, and then we can try Ultra Beast. That one was a lot of fun. And
yeah, I remember that one because the animations, it looked really cool at the time, but it was just not great. But before we do that, you evaded one of my questions: movies or TV shows? Do you have anyone you have strong opinions about?
Well, I think we can discuss now. What I like is some are getting closer, like. So mine is applied machine learning, but I think now I'm kind of into automatic discovery of knowledge through AI, right? That's kind of in the NSF career. That's my area that I want to move into it, right? And you can see that on the Iron Man movie. Remember that when he's kind of dying, then what's the name of
Jarvis? Jarvis, yeah.
Together with Jarvis, of course, it's a little bit crazy. It gets an in-homemade nuclear accelerator, right? But we are moving into that direction where AI is a collaborator, right? It's a collaborator in science discovery. So I think we are getting close to that idea where we have really a collaborator where we throw some ideas, and in fact one of the thing was NSF, right? But one of the requests they were saying is how to start doing science discovery in laboratories where you link the AI to your lab. It can be the microscope or what you're doing, which will be equivalent of the Jarvis that has access to all the arms in Iron Man. So I think we are not too far away for something like that.
I do that. Like I'm working on a proposal right now for the NSF, and I will run things by ChatGPT like what are common pitfalls of a Z-scan measurement, or what can I learn from this particular, like, it's just a brainstorming session. And you can't trust it sometimes because it's regularly generated artificial references, right, or fake papers, but I don't need it to be right. I just need it to, like, give me inspiration or suggest a direction or something I can look up. So yeah, no, I agree. That's an awesome utility.
And it's getting, yeah, I agree. Like 2 years ago, references was really bad. It hallucinated a lot in the reference.
Yeah.
But because of that, they have improved it. When you request facts, now, I mean, you can do deep research and then it will force it to base the answers on paper, right? Or whatever it is.
Yeah, just explicitly peer reviewed or.
But now, if you ask a question, it's still much better now in getting grounded answers.
One thing I've found is very interesting is the ChatGPT, when I'm like, I need a reference for transient absorption anisotropy measurements, it'll bias towards the open access journals because that's the data set, right? But like the more reputable journals, the American Chemical Society ones that are on open access. So I imagine ChatGPT and generative AI is swaying the way publications and citations go, right? Because you're more likely to cite those papers because they're easy answers. And so they're like, ACS has an incentive to be open access now if you want to get more citations because the machine is telling that to go that direction.
Yeah, for sure, because it will. I mean, I'm sure we also kind of bias the papers before because we do Google, right?
It's true. Yeah.
But now it's going to be much more biased because we don't decide the search, right? The ChatGPT is the one that is deciding the search.
No, I'll be very curious. And I've gotten more than one review that I swear is written by generative AI. But who knows?
And of course, it comes to my mind the iRobot movie. Which here in the US, I feel that we are behind in robotics. I mean, we are in the state of the art with LLMs, right? But in the case of robotic, I don't know if you have
Japan.
They're
blowing us out of the water. Yeah.
The other day they shared a video where they already making fighting competition.
Oh yeah, the combat. Those are surreal. They look AI generated. Like how fast and discomforting their movements are. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw that video. It's when they fall over and they're like creepy.
So how far are we? I mean, it's clear that they are advancing rapidly in robotics, right? But we are still missing this iPhone moment or ChatGPT moment where you see the jump where now everything becomes more realistic. But I feel also that I don't even remember how to put this.
Shoot him. Yeah.
Whoop. Ah.
I gotcha. No worries.
And because we don't see the robots here in the US, it feels farther away.
Yeah.
Like we are too far from iRobot. But if we start looking at those robots on the street, then we may realize that we are getting closer.
Yeah.
To that. And it makes sense. If they all share, if they share the same system, that's what happens on the movie, right? And they are all connected to the internet.
Yeah, and they follow the rules.
Yeah, there's no reason, like Terminator, there's no reason why. Almost, it was right.
So close. That was good.
There's no reason why something like that may not happen. Which, by the way, today I was in a meeting. There's one guy. There's people complaining that the clusters in different, one in Mexico City and the other one in the MIT, was down. And then the guy from the MIT said, yeah, it's because we were getting attacks on the WordPress system. So there was a bug on the WordPress website that they exploited and they broke the cluster, the compute cluster. Right? So
that was targeted, or that was just a random malware?
Wow. No, it's targeted.
Jeez.
So yeah, of course that's part of AI. But you see how, I mean, I don't know what they were doing with the cluster.
Yeah.
But if they try, I mean, there is no reason. Everything is connected through the internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. let's see what happens. We are living in amazing times of everything that we can do.
That's fair. Okay, so we got Jarvis from Iron Man. We have iRobot capturing some future trend. Anyone that's just disgustingly wrong? Anything that was so terrible?
I don't think so. I like the, of course, Matrix. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And have you watched one that is called the 13th Floor? I think it was called the 13th Floor, but it's old.
13th floor. I'm not.
Maybe let me see. Google it and see if it exists, or am I hallucinating like chat?
13th floor movie.
It was very old, and maybe I need to rewatch it because I haven't watched it in 30 years.
1999.
Yeah.
27 years old.
Do you want me to spoil the
Should I actually watch this? Because I might. It stars Vincent D'Onofrio.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but in my mind, it left a mark, right?
The 13th floor.
13th floor.
And this captured question reality as the tagline.
Mm-hmm.
Science fiction film. It's based on a 1964 novel called Simulacron 3. That's fun.
So I'm just gonna give you the introduction. I won't spoil the end.
Okay, let's do it.
But the idea is that they are getting the computer system that they are building, similar to SimCity or things like that. They are becoming more and more realistic, right? And kind of, I think Westworld. Remember Westworld?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I need to check my facts, but I think that they were able to do the same idea, where they can transfer their mind into the game, and then, well, it was not a game, it was like a virtual world, right? But they realized that the game was getting super realistic, right? And similar to Westworld, they used to do everything that they would not do on their real life.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
If you have a holodeck, what would you do? Yeah. Nice.
Okay. I'm tired of Contra, of losing. I feel like I lose every 10 seconds.
Yeah, this game is brutal. It is unforgiving from start to finish. All right, we're going to go with, what do we say, Altered Beast?
Altered Beast.
BizHawk. Should pop up now.
Okay.
It's going to be this controller. We do not have Infinite Lives on this one. Is this the one you remember?
Yeah, but I only played on the...
Yeah, so go ahead and try the start button.
I only played on the...
I might have to configure this.
Oh. I only played... I mean, there was a...
Controller's not plugged in.
Power up.
How do you call when you... In Spanish, we call them maquinitas, where you go and play in a store.
Oh, arcades.
Oh, that's the arcades itself? Yeah, I only play arcade and in the Commodore 64, but I never play with the...
All right,
with the controller.
there we go. We got this. Altered Beast.
Even the background is nice.
It's a beautiful game.
Faces, yeah.
It looks very pretty. The controls are very clunky and jank.
Okay, now start.
Rise from your grave.
Rise from your grave and rescue my daughter. Is this it?
Yeah.
All right. Fun fact, this game invented furries. You say so, Cuddle Puppy. Welcome back, Cuddle Puppy. Thanks for joining us. Our guest today, Olmo Zavala Romero. He's an expert in machine learning and AI and applying that to all sorts of problems, whether it's tracking plastics in the ocean or predicting plastics versus atmospheric pollution to diagnosing prostate cancer. So if you guys have any questions, we have about 42 minutes left in the stream, so ask your questions now while we play some Altered Beast. It's one of the fun parts of having the emulator is we have all these games available. This is one that I actually owned when I grew up on Sega. So I did play some Altered Beast and never beat any of it. So it goes. 13th Floor. I'm gonna have to watch that. I don't think I've seen it. It was actually It was nominated for whatever the sci-fi award was for movies, but lost to The Matrix. They came out at the same time, which is, I mean, that's fair. Matrix is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, but similar concepts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Similar concepts.
All right, so we just got done playing a little bit of Contra. You got through 2, 3, 4, 5. You were on the 6th level of 8 in that game, so not too bad. So what do you think the speed run record for Contra was? So you were playing for about 30 minutes. How fast did somebody beat Contra?
No, I lost like a million times. So how many levels there are? You say
8 levels.
8 levels, and I was on which level?
6.
Half an hour.
You're good.
I became a wolf.
No, you did it. And furries invented.
No, I mean, if Doom was 4 minutes, yeah, it would be like 5 minutes also.
It's 9 minutes and 46 seconds.
Also, it's
Turns out they don't cheat as much in Contra as they did in Doom. Let's see Altered Beast.
Welcome to your doom.
Altered Beast was 1987. Oh. Oh, the thrust thing. I forgot about that. What is that? Oh, look at that. That's veteran move right there. Oh, no.
Oh, I still have one.
Oh, you get to stay as the beast. That's nice.
I can.
Dude's head's smaller than their hands? Yes. The proportions on this guy is not correct. Oh. Oh. That's it.
Not even the first level,
More
but yeah, next time I will pass the first level. Let's see. I used to go all the way.
Oh, really?
With, no
Altered
cheating.
Beast.
Yeah.
With a single button?
Yeah, but the problem is that the last bad guy, you needed the other button. So,
That's what you guys do.
so we never. So the objective was to arrive with all the lives, right?
Yeah.
And what happens? Let me see if I remember correctly, but it was kind of like a bull.
Mm.
And then you needed the only button that worked in the computer was the how do you call the flash movement? When I was a werewolf right now.
Mm-hmm. The Altered Beast or whatever it is.
No, so you have those two powers. One is that you shoot the balls,
Oh, yeah.
and the other one is
The special move, whatever it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this first bad guy, you can kill it with without throwing the without throwing the so without throwing the balls, right?
Yeah.
But the last guy, which you become a werewolf again, it's like a golden werewolf.
Yep.
You need the other one. So, because every time you do the flash thing, life is removed from you. Not for this one. You see that I can use it, and even when I'm very close.
So you just save up enough health to use that until you
but
die.
I never made it.
Wow.
Never made it.
I wish I knew we were playing this. I would have looked up a Game Genie code, because... So you turn into a werewolf, and then a were-dragon, and then a were-bear, and then a were-tiger, and then a golden werewolf across the 5 levels, according to this walkthrough I just found. Altered Beast. That's fun. It's coming back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to change the name. We are no
You
longer.
see, imagine this game now in a. Well, also the problem is that younger generations, they say, how can you play with just a single button and a joystick? Right?
Well, that's something I've noticed with my daughters, is they don't have the resilience we did. Because like you would play this 100 times, like you would just sit there and do the same thing over and over again and die. And they have so many easy levels that or easy settings, or like Minecraft, there is no die, right? You just do. And so yeah, no, Kids these days, I'm telling you. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for Olmo while he's playing Altered Beast, he's happy to answer them. We're talking about machine learning AI applies to all sorts of things like pollution, to plastics, to diagnosing diseases, whatever it might be. I mean, so the plastics, like modeling plastics and things like that.
No, in this case, it's just the movement.
The
of
currents,
plastics,
and you would
right?
just assume the plastics will go with the current. Is that
Correct. So there are the two main forces that move the plastic will be the wind if it stays on the surface, right? And the currents. But for this, for this research, we make it simple. So it's mostly the currents and one component for the wind. And of course, it's a rough estimates, but it's still going to work. And if you take a look at the animation, so we start from an estimate of how many mismanaged waste, mismanaged waste by country is generated.
I see.
Which we didn't do that research, right? What is made in co-ops is these global models that allow you to have the currents everywhere. And because we separate it by country, we can keep track. Oof, so many. I also jumped. We can keep track by country, and we give some information on the amount of litter that each country generates, and at the same time where it goes, right? So let's say that you are the US. How much of the mismanaged plastic that we have, it stays on the coast of the US, and how many goes to another country. So that took a lot of attention because...
So if you hold A and start, I think it'll bring you back to this level. Okay, A and start, try.
Rise from your grave.
Nope, it did not. That might have been exclusive to arcade or
See
something.
how bad I am right now.
I'm
still waiting.
30 years.
Yeah.
Don't take it too personally. But you should probably make your kids play this one.
Yeah, this is
I'm sure your wife would approve. This one's fun.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you want me to try cheat code on this, or just keep playing as is?
Oh, if there is a way to cheat code it, yeah, just to see the final, the golden wolf.
So you might lose control,
Oh,
unfortunately.
don't worry. Yeah, we want to see the end.
Yeah.
Just remember.
I'm gonna try. You're probably gonna die because I am.
Oh, don't worry.
There's no guarantee these work because it's on the emulator, and the emulators don't always do the best. That's almost invulnerable. Try that. So the way these, are you familiar with Game Genie? These cheat codes that they have?
No.
So what they had is this cartridge that you would put between, like you had the Nintendo. There it is. Sorry, I'm gonna try to do this quick.
No cheating in my times.
No,
Just practice and practice and practice.
no, I won't let you do that.
So what else can I tell the people watching the stream regarding the marine plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is becoming a real problem, very big, because of course more and more plastic goes into the ocean by the rivers, right? And
Rise from your grave.
some may. How do I know? So I will have to die and see what happens? Or,
Yeah,
or
well, I
I'm
put a
invincible?
can't be hurt, so let's just
I
walk
can-
into them and see.
Okay.
Or just beat it, whatever.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you. I was waiting the wolf to jump in me.
I think you're still taking damage. That might not have worked.
Oh yeah. Still.
Yeah, unfortunately, not all the codes work first try, so I usually put them in and test them, so I apologize.
No, you're good now. I'm forced to finish it without.
So in terms of machine learning, like applied machine learning, you probably go to conferences where people present all sorts of crazy stuff, right? In terms of applications and a range of things. What's your favorite, like, weird one out of nowhere? Like, it could be honeybee activity, it could be, I mean, who knows? What's something that stuck with you or something weird that stood out?
Yeah, well, the conference that I've been going are mostly for the ocean right now.
Oh, I see.
So there is always one section related to.
I see. So it's mostly
machine learning?
oceanographers and then a few machine learning.
Correct,
In a
correct.
set. I see.
Correct.
Okay.
And before, because in the last like 3 or 4 years, most of the research has moved into the ocean. And when I was a postdoc, it was more for health. And at that time, I went to health, but it was specifically for medical imaging. So in that case, there was a lot of machine learning, right? And they are using machine. They were a big component was used to reconstruct faster the MRIs. Right? So the MRIs. This is good. The MRIs, they have this magnetic field, right?
Yep.
And it will take time to do the reconstruction from the
Welcome to your doom.
Fourier space.
Yep.
So since you can let me find the right spot. Since you can find the
Oh wow, that was brutal. Oh no.
you can find the training sets where you have the what is expected to see, right? You know the forward pass of the MRI, where it's expected to see, and the perfect reconstruction of the MRI. You can use that as a training set, and then the reconstruction is much faster with machine learning. Right? Well, now we have full surrogate models for the ocean, which are working good. The thing is that they are for a specific resolution. I have to go start. Not even the first level.
No, you have beaten the first level.
Yeah.
Rise from your grave.
Still, I feel that I need to.
The pride is on the line. Been so long.
Yeah.
Do not beat yourself up on it.
See, still need to remember what I can do with the different buttons. What else? What else we are using for machine learning?
Yeah, or other people. What crazy weird. So is there like a shared machine learning conference? Is that a common occurrence? Or is it just...
Oh, there are the...
Is that application focused or is that like method focused?
So yeah, I haven't been on one of the mostly machine learning conferences.
Power up.
Oh yeah, now I'm starting to remember. So this is the bad guy, and if you don't have the proper power, then
You
go
can't fight
again.
him until you're the wolf.
Yes.
Huh. That's interesting.
So what else? In the case of earth sciences, they are using it a lot to better reconstruct the field from satellite, for example, to remove the clouds. So imagine that you have satellites that are not going on the same path, and one is measuring, sensing temperature, and the other one is ocean color, but they are in different sections. So now you can trained to a machine learning system that predicts what's the temperature based on the ocean color and to move between the satellites. And that's the same in health. There are people that were trying to get MRIs from CT scans.
So, Super Pumpie wants to know, did you play the Altered Beasts on arcade or Genesis? And the answer is neither.
Neither, that's right.
Commodore 64?
Commodore 64.
Man, I should look up if I have the Commodore 64 version.
Yeah, it's exactly the same, but I say you only had one button, so we didn't have this power. We only had the other one. For example, the next level is the bird, but the next level is kind of this dragon.
Altered? No, I do not have Altered Beast for the Commodore 64. I apologize.
But it's exactly the same version, huh?
Yeah. No, it looks like the same game, and it's very similar to the arcade. I don't know, Super Pumpie, if you played one of them over the others, but yeah, this is it. But also, welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. Thank you for joining us, Ask a Scientist Gaming, Mediocre Gameplay, Expert Science. We've had quite the journey tonight, going from Doom to Doom 2 to Caveman Games briefly, then Contra, now Altered Beast. We're going to close the night for the next roughly 20 minutes after this to close the night with NARC. And our guest today is Dr. Olmo Zavala Romero. He is he's an expert in machine learning and applying machine learning to solve various different problems, model different systems, whether it's plastic motion in the ocean or pollution traveling through the air or diagnosing prostate cancer. So, Super, if you have any questions you would like to ask beyond Genesis versus Arcade, throw them in chat. He is happy to answer them. Like, should I trust my doctor if they use machine learning to solve my or diagnose my cancer? Answer is, it's getting better.
Yeah, and for example, yeah, my cat had a that's also something interesting that physicians hate me already, but they will hate me more now that they did this. But
Avert your ears, physicians in chat.
But the thing is that physician needs to know about so many things, right?
Yeah.
While if you already know that you have a problem, that's a single thing. So if you study one thing for 2 weeks like crazy, right, from the internet, now you are not too far away from the physician.
Yeah.
That the physician knows so many additional things, right?
Yeah.
But you need to focus only on one thing. It's the same for the veterinarian.
Yeah.
So my cat got a problem with now I need to remember what was the disease, but at the end it couldn't generate white blood cells anymore. So I started reading about the problem, and at some point, yeah, I knew enough, and I really like it when I went. Normally, when I talk to the physician or the veterinarian about the disease, they already like, this guy is looking in the internet, doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
But the one I went with my cat, it was really nice because he even went the opposite. He started talking to me things that I didn't understand at all. But then, and I went with the tablet and with all the conversations with chat and the suggested next approaches. And the veterinarian agreed completely.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the next steps to do. A couple of course, there were not many things that we could do for the cat, but the amount of information that you can acquire. Oh, nice.
There we go. The dragon.
The dragon.
The were-dragon.
Nice. So in the Commodore 64, we didn't have this power, right? So for every level, I'm missing one power.
And you still beat it, though.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So the only one that we had was the throwing light bulb. What happens if I grab that one? Okay.
Right, here we go. Boss fight. It's probably going to be it. We're going to have to transfer over to NARC pretty soon.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to pass this one.
Oh, Super said, I had a Genesis. Commodore 64 had so few colors. That's true.
Wait. Oh, I thought I could do.
It did not forgive anything there.
Well, I made it to the
that's
second one.
good. Yeah, you made it to second boss. We're going to count that as a win. Bro. At least progress towards a win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close out the night as we always close out the night on Ask a Scientist Gaming. Before you press start, I'm going to have to read through so people know the lore. Also, do you want to see the timer or do you not want to see the timer?
Well, tell me what's more or less the timer that I should be aiming for.
Your goal should be...
What's the mean?
I think you've gamed enough. Probably sub 20 minutes is a reasonable time on this.
20 minutes.
20 minutes on this game. So world record is 9 minutes and 3 seconds.
World
Slowest
record.
we've had on stream is like 48 minutes.
That's my aim.
That's your goal. Better than 48?
Below 48.
I think you'll do it. But before you press start, 48 minutes. It's that boss at the end. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the cartridge, the original NES cartridge. This is for NARC. NARC, no one had the guts until now. Are you ready? Here's the lore. You are Max Force. Your mission, bust Mr. Big and destroy his dreaded criminal empire. Seize all contraband, stolen money, illegal weapons, use rocket bombs, high-powered machine guns, apprehend all suspects, protect the innocent, punish the guilty, stop at nothing. So, within the next 20 minutes, I'm guessing you are going to win the war on drugs. Are you ready for this?
Okay. Stop at nothing. Stop at nothing. Which this one then?
At nothing. Yep. Nintendo controller. You're going to press start. I'm going to make sure the audience can see the timer.
I never had a Nintendo, so there's a...
Yeah, no, it's hard. That's a
there's
crippler
the
controller.
bias, yeah.
It's not ergonomic by any means. All right, go ahead and press start.
Start.
As soon as you hit the ground, your goal is to walk right and go through doors and practice jumping and rocketing.
Okay.
And so I'll walk you through those again. All right, tapping A is a rocket, holding A is bullets. Tapping B is jump, holding B is squat. And there's no advantage in killing guys because they'll keep coming indefinitely. Just keep walking right and find doors and I'll walk you through as we go. But Super has a follow-up question. Law and Order, yeah. All right. Where do you see things in 5 or 10 years with healthcare and the weather in terms of like AI and machine learning? What's going to be the next steps? What are we going to be able to do when it progresses? So get that red card right there. Keep walking right and you'll find a door. 5 to 10 years seems like a lot of time.
Yeah,
but
things are moving fast. I definitely think that in health, we will going to start seeing more and more pre-diagnosis from AI, which means that
early cancer and
not only that, like with the here.
so touch that and then go in the door. Yep.
If the doctor tells you to get an MRI,
Yeah.
right now you will get a pre-diagnosis automatically with AI. That will still, because we are humans, and we will not trust the AI so fast, then a human will still review that diagnosis, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is more and more that will be the diagnosis, that will be the truth. And
I mean, it's only going to get better, right? Unlike casual AI models, specific AI models are getting better.
Yeah.
Right? But
what I will personally like to see is to skip some of the doctors. The reality is that in many cases, the doctors are not able to diagnose anything. You need tests, right? You need an MRI, you need blood tests, you need samples in order to verify whatever you have. So it would be nice to say, okay, these are my symptoms in an app, and now the app will tell you, okay, what you need is an ultrasound. Go and take the ultrasound.
yeah.
Or what you need is I won't die, you say, right?
Yeah, no, you'll die. It's just you haven't finalized.
Oh.
Okay, so what you're going to do is shoot these guys wearing black with bullets at close range. There you go, blue card. Right there, pick that up, through the door, out. Perfect. Excellent pace. You're doing great.
So yeah, that's what I would like to see. So I just want to talk to a human at the end. Right now, I have to go to a doctor, and then the doctor will tell me, oh, you need to get a blood test, and then I got a blood test, and then now you need to go to the specialist.
Yeah.
All that I don't think is needed now. It may be an option that may happen is that you will start getting more specialists, like the general physician, which is the guy that knows a lot of many things that are most of the times common.
Okay, go down and jump in the car.
Yeah. With what?
B,
A.
B. Tap B, tap it. There you go. Stay at the bottom. You're going to run into stuff. Yep, you'll crash eventually, but it's fine. Keep going. Sorry, unless you memorize it. I know the car was nice. We didn't get a racing game tonight. That's close enough.
Oh, but then that you will go much faster if I didn't crash, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why you get a 9-minute speed run if you can go through this level fast. But you will saunter your way across the bridge. I mean, so they've shown repeatedly that the primary role of doctor is not necessarily in diagnosis, but the customer service aspect, where you have to feel cared for, one, and they have to convince you, keep going, right? They have to convince you that the diagnosis is correct and you should do your antibiotic regimen and stuff like that. And so arguably that they will have a place no matter what. Because like AI screen, AI doctor is not going to fulfill that role. Ooh, look at that jump, Rock. You got a helicopter. Crushed it. Misadventures, AI says it's cancer. Insurance says we want a second opinion. That sounds about right. AI says it's cancer. Insurance companies say we want a second opinion. It's not...
Yeah, that's also.
I mean, AI is going to be making these health or insurance decisions as well, right? That already exists.
That already exists. I mean, you get some benefits. For example, if you show that you are healthy, right? But now with the obtaining the genome is much cheaper, right? For example, I don't know if most of you have heard of 23andMe, right?
Yeah.
And it's getting.
Stay on the bottom.
Okay.
Oop. Whoa. Stay on the bottom. Stay, yep. And then up a little bit, white line-ish. That one. It's you're not gonna do it, but you got as far as you could.
Too fast.
Yeah, it's unless you're memorizing.
I did the 23andMe for my kid, right?
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah. And of course, many things are not relevant for health, but some things are really interesting. Like you can definitely say if you have specific genes that will cause you problems later on. And one of my kids, I have one of the genes for increased chances of glaucoma when you are old, right?
I see. Yeah.
And one of my kids got the two genes.
Jump in,
right?
stay on the bottom.
Stay on the bottom. Listen.
All right. Keep going.
Listen. It's like really bottom.
But you can keep an eye out for it now, right? You can look.
Yeah, you can keep, and
specifically.
it's older.
Yeah. Actual Education, thank you for the raid. Thank you for joining us. I hope your stream went well. Anyone that hasn't checked out Actual Education, you should. They're a fellow education-related streamer. They do all sorts of math and science tutoring on stream, so check them out. Actual Education said, didn't 23andMe get bought out by something like Plantier, like some other company that now owns genetic information?
Yes, but you can still request the 23andMe and you can still pay for additional information. So
yeah, the thing I'm terrified about is if they get a hold of that and they also own an insurance company, does that automatically make it a pre-existing condition and like insurance won't cover it because some AI says it won't? Like I'm slightly terrified of that.
Yeah, like Gattaca, remember?
Yeah, Gattaca, exactly. Oh, Secret Agent redeemed Take a Drink. So cheers.
Cheers to just water drink.
We'll count it.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully, you have a drink in hand. Actual Education. Thank you again, as always, for joining us. Our expert tonight, Olmo Zavala Romero.
Do I need to kill someone then?
He is right through the door. He is an expert in AI and machine learning and applying that to various problems. And yeah, he's happy to answer questions on where that's going. In particular, we were talking about where things will go in 5 to 10 years. Secret Agent had another question. What's the coolest thing machine learning has taught you about the world that has nothing to do with computers or computing? Ooh. That's interesting.
Something that related to my job that I find it interesting is that it showed me that the education system is flawed in regard that how we, without wanting it maybe, but
keep going furthest right door.
The students focus on grades.
Yep.
Rather than learning, right?
Yep.
And before, when in my classes, if I give you a homework.
Like that through the door and then press left. Oh,
Oops.
yep, you'll do that again.
Okay. And press
But as soon as you get through, don't press up anymore because
Yeah.
it puts you right outside the door. Left. There's the slot right there.
This one.
Yep, perfect. All right, students.
Before, if you left a homework, right, a
Mhm.
project, and the students solved that homework, it was highly correlated to, or at least somehow correlated, that they acquire the desired knowledge.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that correlation is pretty much zero.
Oh,
right?
interesting.
Like,
Homework outcomes don't correlate with tests.
Yeah, well, with knowledge.
And you're going to go left, and up here, instead of rockets, you're going to shoot bullets at this guy at close range. So let him get close to you, then shoot him. Because if he's too far off the screen, he won't drop the card.
Oh, I see.
You need him to drop a green card. So shoot that guy. Then the green guy will come. There you go. Nope. Shoot him again. This is an RNG, a random number generator drop. So you have to kill that guy.
Oh,
And then the Rambo guy will come back.
Rambo.
And then shoot him. There you go, green card. All right, you're good. Through the door and off to the next level. Hit the slot. Yep, there you go.
So, yeah, I think that's something that he showed me. That, and also, I think it also showed me maybe the high level importance of course, knowing how to program before it was very relevant. But now it is not, and there are still many things that we want to learn, right? That will increase the knowledge, like human knowledge, but that are not related with programming.
Yeah.
I thought programming was like an art, and I felt super secure that the AI will be far away from being able to program. But now I realize that it is well defined. Right?
Yeah.
It's programming like math. I'm expecting AI will start doing strong discoveries or advances
I mean,
in
it's
math.
already doing it, right? It's taking on big problems. And I mean, going back to the student one thing that concerns me, in addition to them not knowing things, it's the overconfidence people have using AI. Not just assuming the answer is right, but like feeling like you're actually smart because it gave you that answer.
Yeah.
The combination of that plus being less knowledgeable is such a toxic, like, because you have that card. Go ahead and hit the slot. Because that's the most dangerous combination is like just naive confidence in your abilities and or your knowledge set. It's so destructive.
Yeah. And I see few students come to ask me questions about their understanding. They come to ask me questions. Did I do the homework right? Or not?
Yeah.
What is going to come on the quiz?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel that problem is strong. And coming back to the like 2 questions ago, how do I see the future in the case of AI and earth science? I think that in the short term, AI will be used to predict relevant events, right? It may not replace the whole physical models that we use for atmosphere and ocean, but it will definitely going to be better on predict if a hurricane is going to be intensified or not. So you may not notice, but the alerts on your phone that you have, those may be coming from AI,
Yeah.
not from physical models in the short term.
It's crazy.
What was the last question?
A few follow-up questions here. Super wants to know, how much programming do you do these days, or how much you program these days? Oh, rocket. So you're gonna shoot the wheel. There you go. You have to do that twice more to the wheelchair guy. How much programming do you do these days?
Well, I do a lot of programming without coding, right? So I use Cursor, but I use the agent mode. So I just request
Oof, another shot.
what I want. And like and that has changed drastically last year, right? Even last year, I will still request for things. Hey, come on. It's live.
There you go. Okay, he's gonna dissolve into a gold card. That was a really nice Mr. Big fight. So congratulations. All right, now out the door.
And it will make mistakes, and then I will still have to go and manually understand everything and then fix the mistake. But now, first, it almost doesn't make any mistake. Like if you use
Top of the screen, and you're gonna jump rocket him in the hat.
oh,
Oh, there it is. All right, rocket right to the face. Just no more jumping. All right, run away. Come down here. Holy crap, that was quick. That was speedrun strats. All right, get away from him. Just run right. Then get down between these black lines. Shoot bullets at him. Yep. That's one. I'm gonna keep doing that. Turn around. You gotta go down further. Yeah, between those black lines is where you're gonna hit him. Oof, that was fast. I like it. Yep, there you go. And it's best when his head is coming down. That's when you're most likely to hit those vertebrae. And that's crazy. All right, I gotta ask a quick question. Sorry, anyone I'm interrupting on this. Unlimited budget, no moral qualms. What research would you do? You could start a center to do something specific. You could probe every inch of the ocean. What would you want to know? What would you use that information for? You could dump plastic sensors into the ocean. Like,
no, I think I will be curious to. So right now,
you got to move up and down just a little bit while shooting it. Yep, you keep going. Sorry. Yep.
Right now, I think we are able to replicate the brain of a fly,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
the number of neurons, but not like a brain.
Oh, there you go.
Because
Turn, shoot.
We don't have the resources right now, but maybe if we have infinite resources,
Go right. Yep.
then we could try to replicate brain. It's not replicate fully biologically, but with the math, same math idea
computer.
that we have with artificial neural network. But right now, this Fable 5, right? It's like a 1 trillion model, which is not exactly as synapses, but just to get an estimate. 1 trillion model.
Go right. So this is gold, civil forfeiture the level. You won the war on drugs, now you get to steal all the gold. You know, it's realistic. And then you hit the slot, you have the card. 16 minutes and 7 seconds.
Oh, that's it? Nice.
That's the game. It is over.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So
You
just to
did
see
it.
what happens. Bigger models still seems to do better reasoning. So if you have infinite resources, okay, rather than 1 trillion, let's do 100 trillion and see
Just see.
what happens. Yeah.
All right, you get to put your initials in.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. See. End.
Yep. I'm gonna put your time in here. So 16:07. All right, so that puts you. Got a 13 on that.
Tom Suke.
Tom music, yeah. he crushed
I won't
it.
sleep.
So
How
he
come
actually
that Tommy beat me.
he watched previous streams and knew this was coming. So
Oh,
he did his
that's
homework.
good.
16:07. You are currently number 9 on the scoreboard.
Nice. Not bad.
That's
It's
pretty
not bad.
good. Who else? do I have?
The car is a.
Nathan Kroc. Do you know Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan.
So he did 1722.
Oh, that's good.
Who else do I have?
Lewandowski from physics, no?
Yeah, Cyprian. Yeah.
Yeah.
2054.
Lewandowski.
Yeah. If you guys want to
Nice.
see the scoreboard, I'll. There we go.
Michael Neal.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't
1607. There's one. Hao Chuan Mao did a 13-minute. He did number 2 actually.
Number
like
1,
4
Tom
weeks ago.
Suket. Oh, man.
Yeah, I know he crushed it.
And
Buki.
I'm doing Chris.
Chris Silver is a data scientist.
Hmm.
Who else did we have from?
Chemistry. It was
scientific-
Alison Wing, 17.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know her
pretty
yet.
solid. She's a gamer. information.
Oh, Fernando also from physics.
Yeah,
Fernando Ferbers.
yeah.
You have so many.
Sachin?
Sachin, yeah.
Yeah, 25 minutes. Yeah, you are the 129th stream, actually. So,
I'm Brian Quave. 100
oh, yeah.
and what's my position?
You're 129th stream, and you are number 9 on the list.
I'm very happy.
No, we'll take that win.
Yeah.
Definitely counts as a win.
Very
All right.
happy.
If you guys have suggestions on somebody we should raid, put those in chat right now. We will raid hopefully somebody education related. Misadventures, you always have good suggestions. Throw those in chat. But Olmo, it has been a pleasure. It's been a journey tonight. We beat Doom 1, made progress in Doom 2. We played Caveman Games briefly, that was a journey. Contra, got through a little bit of that,
that was tough.
6 of the 8 levels, which is pretty amazing because that's still a hard game. And then, we played Altered Beast, which is fun. We didn't have cheat codes, but you still made some progress. And you beat NARC in 16 minutes and 7 seconds and are number 9 on the leaderboard. Yeah, your Mr. Big Fight was good. Had you had more time in the car, I don't know. Would have been sub 16 probably. But anyway, Olmo, thank you. It's really a pleasure. I know you had a lot going on this summer with grant submission and everything, but I'm really glad you said yes to this invite. It has been a whole lot of fun drinking, playing video games, doing our chilada drink through the night.
Thank you for the invitation.
Any parting words for the audience? Anything you wish people knew about your field that you'd share in a brief moment? Final words of wisdom.
Embrace AI, right? Get familiar with it, get to know it. It's coming. It doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I believe it's a different way of thinking, and don't use it just to get the answer, right? Use it to learn and really feel confident on what it's telling you. Right? I think for me, I spend hours and hours because I can get explanations at the level that I want. If you are an expert, then it can teach you as an expert. If you are a beginner, it can teach you a beginner. And it knows from cooking to music to math, physics, anything you want.
Yeah.
So embrace AI and keep learning.
Yeah, I think the language we used earlier is use it as a collaborator, not a replacement for you.
Yeah.
You still need your brain. I like it. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It is always a pleasure. Your questions are amazing. We really appreciate it. You guys swinging by and asking questions and conversing and adding comments and whatever it might be to the stream. But yeah, if you're not following, click the follow button. You'll get notifications about future streams. We only stream every other Wednesday night, so it's only twice a month. And in 2 weeks, August 5th, our next guest will be Dr. Wei Yang, who's the chair of the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. He's a biochemist, but he's actually a theoretician. He actually models protein and protein structures. He does molecular and statistical mechanics and does like the thermodynamic aspects of that. And so, yeah, I'm sure he's diving into the world of machine learning and whatever it might be. But yeah. Follow us. If you're not following, click follow. You'll get the notification. But yeah, join us again in 2 weeks. Dr. Wei Yang will be our guest. I have no idea what he's playing. He doesn't video game at all. So I'm probably going to pick something for him. But he's always awesome. He has amazing stories. He knows everyone in the community. So you guys should definitely swing by and hang out with Wei. But yeah, that is it. Olmo, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's a good time. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you again in 2 weeks.